Well, happy Friday, Dog Nation, and that means you are only one day away from kickoff here in Sanford Stadium on Saturday against UAB. Right now here in Athens, temperatures have felt beautiful all throughout today, sitting right now at 77 degrees with nice low humidity, staying comfortable in the surrounding counties as well. That's going to be great news because conditions are going to be really similar as we carry into tomorrow. So that means tailgating conditions are going to be nice. Dew points in the low 60s. And highs tomorrow only reaching the lower 80s. So here in the Weather Dog studio, we are claiming optimal tailgating conditions tomorrow. Break out the grills and get outside because it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. That's going to carry us into a beautiful kickoff here in Sanford Stadium under the lights at 7:30. Temperatures are going to be very comfortable, staying in the upper 70s and dipping down into the upper 60s by the end of the game. Nice and clear, so should be a great chance to get outside and cheer on the Dogs. I'm your student meteorologist, Ansley Parker. Have a great weekend and go Dogs.
Everybody, welcome to the Georgia Watch Along Show. My name is Radi Nabulsi. I'm joined by Jim Donnan, the former Georgia Bulldogs head coach, and Dayne Young, who's behind me working the board. Hopefully our audio is a little bit cleaner than we were last week. We're trying to we're always trying to upgrade and improve, just like Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. We're trying to get better, 1% better each week. Let us know how the volume sounds and how the audio is. And we are going to be with you in the second screen experience, the Georgia game here. Watch us on your phone, your iPad, your laptop, like I have in front of me, and then have the game on your main TV. And we will have the game clock in the bottom right-hand corner, so you can sync up your television with us. You can pause it. You can pause us however you need to get it to sync up so that you can watch us at the same time as you watch the Georgia Bulldogs. Coach Donnan will have a lot of insights and analysis as we go through it. And we have a few commercials in there, but we'll take commercials the same time as they do. You'll never miss any of the action.
And you gave me toys.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, my God. I need to take that stuff away from him. Anyway, Coach, we saw some good games this week. There's some today. There's some good games on at the same time. There's some after this. Give me your thoughts, though, on the Georgia versus UAB game. I know a lot of people are kind of it was a close call last week. You were trailing the half. There's no question about it. But the second half was a completely different Georgia team. The video came out of showing Kirby Smart saying, "Come on, guys, we're going to one play at a time," sort of thing. It was a rah-rah speech. Actually, they dialed in. I think we saw some of the identity of this team at the halftime reaction, the way they came out and just kicked everybody's butt. What are you looking to see this week?
Yeah, I hope more of the same, a little faster start as far as getting in the end zone, but we continue to be plagued with major injuries. The fact that Milton's still down from last week's injury. Also, McConkey and Bullard aren't even dressed tonight. So, and you might have mentioned, or I might have missed it, but maybe Michael, number 13, Williams, might not be playing. I don't know. That's a rumor, but the biggest point for us, though, is you got to go with who you got. This is after tonight will be, we got 2/3 of the season left. We got to get our game on here on our station instead of watching LSU. So my man's going to switch it over there for us. I hope so. Attaboy. So it's coming up. So anyhow, the biggest point for me, though, is just establish your own identity. Don't make comparisons. It's easy to make. Everybody's a locker room lawyer and can figure out what we can't do, but we got to just do what we can and understand that we're going to have to win ugly some weeks here, win around our defense and start establishing some more big plays, getting our running game going, which I expect to happen tonight. Three-pronged attack with Edwards, a little bit more of Cash Jones maybe, and some more of 86 Dylan Bell. So looking forward to seeing the Dogs play tonight against a team that we outmatch, but they do some things offensively that could give us some trouble.
I was looking at Trent Smallwood's analysis at UGASports.com, kind of looking at the Georgia offense versus the UAB defense, and he pointed out a cornerback, a nickelback, and a safety that have given up, I think, 25 of 27 completions when targeted. This seems to me like this should be the time that Carson Beck and the receivers just eat. I know you're missing Ladd McConkey, and that's huge. I don't want to undercut that, but it seems like you should be able to go to the air here. But at the same time, do you want to? If they know that's what you're going to do, and they drop back a lot of guys, and that makes it harder. What do you see?
Yeah, I think you just got to go out there and play your game and understand that called the game based on down and distance and the scouting report. Obviously, they got some weaknesses back there that we can take take some good shots on. But I got a lot of respect for Trent Dilfer. He's always been very nice to me. I met him when he was playing pro football, and we'll just have to not to get too caught up in which way we're moving the ball. Just got to move it. We got our man Rod Gilmore in there tonight, so I haven't seen Rod in a long time, but I didn't realize he was doing games still. You know, Rod was one of the guys for Stanford on the field when Cal scored against the band, and he's
Really?
always held that against them. We used to talk about that up at ESPN. He thought it was a bogus play, but I would too. I didn't think Jasper Saints fumbled, so I remember all that. So
Not hold a grudge, are you, Coach?
hey, that's right. So here we go. Dogs coming out smoking here. Always glad to see Coach Smart ready to roll, and you got a heck of a standard around here, Roddy. I mean,
It is, and
you Coach Switzer
I mean,
came out with a deal one time. He said, "We created a monster here, but now we got to feed it every week," and that's just the way it is. So,
well, I mean, they just put on the screen Georgia without 6 starters, but what are we expecting? 48-0, 56-0. I mean, it doesn't. Any other team would say, "Well, you're down 6 starters, just get the win." But to your point, uh, you had 15 guys drafted 2 years ago. You had 10 guys drafted this past year, and people still expect you to not miss a beat. Now, granted, Kirby has recruited extremely well, so you are able to
yeah,
plug and play those guys, and
I
you do have that
I
success.
thought we would be better than we'd shown, but that was before we lost these key elements. When you take 3 of our top 5 players aren't playing right now off any team in the country, it's a little bit difficult to go out there and just kick butt. But I want to be positive. This show's a positive deal for me, but it seems like the negative kind of pervades everything. As far as everything seems to be more half full than it is half empty instead of it half full. So
Well, the last two title runs, and I'm the most guilty of it, so I'll call out myself. But you're always looking for where is that chink in the armor, where's that Achilles heel, where's that weakness, and you fret about it because it's so hard to win a championship. It's damn near impossible. I mean, you needed some fluke plays in 2021. You needed a missed field goal in 2022. You had that tight game in Missouri. It is damn hard to win a title. So
well,
we freak about it.
We've had it last week. That's it.
Yeah.
14-0 was 14-3.
Right. So when that happened, it's like, see, I knew this team sucked. I knew they were terrible,
Right.
and it's that validation. So when you have that negativeness, that kind of fear, that panic, that's what you're going to do. So we're looking for the danger, the worry. The worry warts are out, myself included. Those who grew up with listening to Larry Munson, panicking about every little thing. We're going to panic about having this number of guys out, but today there shouldn't be a panic. Even without 6 starters, you should be able to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, as far as win, for sure, but whether you score at will, I don't know that that'll happen. But the reality is, we're just not an overwhelming team at this point. Got a new quarterback, got new receivers, lost our best offensive lineman, but we're gonna call this game tonight based on what happens here, and whatever happened in the past, forget about it. Just, we're gonna just call it the way I see it. I look for us to throw some deep balls on these guys, also, break some, pretty good long runs, uh, as much man coverage as they play, and then also throw some screens, to these the backs tonight because we haven't thrown to the backs much. So, we'll see how that works. I wonder if we won the toss or not. If shows a lot of gumption by their team if they deferred, but maybe
Trent Dilfer doesn't care. So they got the light show working. They're so excited to have a night game. They're playing with all the lights, and we're about to see kickoff here in just a second. So if you're trying to
tell them how to do their.
yes, so if you're trying to line it up, they're just about to kick it. So just so you can line us up with the actual your TV. Here's the kick now. So
Our guys think we can return a kick on them. That's one of the things that I'm projecting. We really do think we can.
oh my goodness.
We can if he stands up would help. But
Yeah, and he's not happy with that. He gets it out to the 25, so you got Kai Muse knows that he can go if he'd stayed on the ground. Maybe he
so
kicks
going
off.
with a new left guard as far as starter, Dylan Crenshaw, right tackle will be Truss, who played left guard before, and hopefully we can get through this game healthy.
That's a relaxed looking Carson Beck out there. At least he's smiling. I like that last week, apparently, he celebrated a touchdown, and Kirby Smart got very happy, saying they showed some emotion for the first time. Play action. Wide open. That's how you start a game, Coach. Oh, my goodness. Rah. I mean, Dominic will love it.
Yeah, very good action by the front there. The line really did a good job of making it look like a run. It wasn't a RPO, but good play action there, affecting the linebackers. If they're going to play off our guys this much, we're going to throw in front of them too.
That's exactly what he did. He called that one from a mile away.
Let's see both our transfer receivers get a catch right off the bat. I like the fact that a little bit of movement there. I've brought that out a couple of times. It helps your protection to not only get your quarterback moving, but helps your line where they just don't have to just stone these guys. Once in a while you can roll them out. This is a perfect time for a waste down, but it's also a good time to make a first down here. Probably going to see a little inside run here to 30. And I'll throw it to 19, see if he can do it too.
Oh.
Ooh, that was close.
He did have the ball for a second there, but I don't think they kept it. That is
That's the first fumble I've seen from us in a long time.
It has been a while since he put the ball on the ground. That's a heck of a block by Jackson Meeks there, Coach. You see him lay the guy out completely.
Fortunately, that was out of bounds there. Jackson's a good blocker and great special teams player.
And he's been injured.
Toss play to the field here.
Wow. Boy.
Same thing, but not tossing it. Looking good right now. Let's finish the deal here.
How'd you know they're going to the field?
Just because of the formation, but we could have a holding here.
Oscar Delp nailed with a hold there.
Not anybody in America worth a 10-yard penalty. Can't grab his cloth, man.
Oh, I think it's like when he fell on his leg, they were probably going to call that.
He grabbed the jersey first.
I know, but you grab jerseys all the time. Nobody really gives too much. But if you show them, they'll do it.
Got the fade up there to rah.
Wow. Well, this is the same thing they had last week. That penalty.
Here comes Mr. Negative. Come on.
I'm just saying the penalty.
Last week, we're not going to talk about last week.
I love this.
I understand, but this is a self destruction. You never want to stop yourself, but that's for sure.
It's like everything's going good, then you get a dumb penalty. All right, Cash Jones in.
Could be a little screen to Bowers.
That's an interesting formation.
Let's get half of it there. Good call. Fake the Bowers and screen the Cash. So we got 3-by-1 here, tight end and 3 wide receivers with Edwards in. good chance to hit Bowers down the middle, but they'll probably double him.
Yeah, they went right to him, Coach. You nailed it.
Throw it up there and get the call. That's a good.
Yeah. The speaker's going to allow y'all hear me drink this beer a lot better.
So, penalty both ways here. One on us, one on them. But it was going to show the interference, but I guess it won't.
I was about to say, he's throwing his flag immediately. There was no question.
Roddy, I was hoping when you got us on the headsets that we'd be wired in with the coaches too.
Yeah, they turned down our
Here's Dylan
request.
Bell off the right side.
Fake to him. Oh, nice little gap there.
All right.
Big play to Arian Smith there. Well drawn up. I love that, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, that was what we call an RPO, run pass. You know, if they don't have enough coverage, you throw it out here, you tag it. But if they do, that gives you the run. So we had the good fake up inside and really looked like a good team except for the one penalty.
And they overcame that one, whereas last week they got bogged down twice with penalties. So, hey, this is a better team. And everybody's like, where's the start? Where's the start? Kirby Smart said, I'm not worried about Georgia starting. I'm worried about them scoring. You know, you only had 4 possessions in the first half last week. You get down the field twice. You make one field goal, miss
last
one.
Last week.
I'm trying to say it's an improvement.
Hey, that's okay. Yeah. I mean, let's go.
This isn't quite the improvement.
What about the second Tuesday of next week? There'll be a ladies' auxiliary meeting for men only. No, you're right. You're right. But we definitely improved. That's for sure.
Yeah. I love getting the ball in the hands of Arian Smith, one of the fastest guys on the team. Looks like he's running that 60-meter indoor track championship speed there. So that's a quick, fast start for them. Anyway, speaking of fast starts, I want to mention our friends over at Yuengling Beer. Yuengling Beer, one of the best beer companies in America. Very patriotic. I got my Yuengling shirt on. I even got patriotic underwear because I'm wearing the Yuengling gear here. So I noticed our buddy out in Texas, he showed me he's drinking the flight. So we have people that are going out to the grocery stores, buying the flights. Our boy OU Herschel Walker, he's from the Dog Vent. He's a good friend of ours. Sent me some videos last night of a couple Georgia commits playing out in Texas that we'll put up on UGASports here in a bit. Yeah. Big boys out there, JJA and Williams. So anyway, Yuengling Flight, we got the big cooler here. You'll love it. A gift from them. This job does have perks. The biggest perk is the fact they gave us a bunch of Yuengling Flights to try, and I can drink them and not get fat. I've actually lost 3 more pounds, and a lot of it has to do with and I'm not getting rid of beer. I'm still drinking beer. This beer only has 95 calories. It's 2.6 carbs in it. So if you get a 12-ounce beer and you get 95 calories, you can have a lot of these. I went for a walk earlier, so I'm like, doing the math, doing the UGA math, and burned off 460 calories divided by 95. Lets me know how many beers I can have for this show. So, and again, I don't do the carbs thing, but if you are a Atkins or keto or something like that, you know how many carbs you can have. This is only 2.6, and it's only 95 calories. So, and here's the thing, it tastes great. So, if you're not worried about it, grab the Yuengling Lager. We got cases of that stuff here. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite beers in the whole world. And now I get the Yuengling Flight because it is a fantastic beer that matches my more sedentary lifestyle. So try it when you get a chance. And if you would share this with your friends, it would mean a lot to us if you would hit the share button and subscribe. The first week we had 500 subscribers join us on the show. We are getting close to 40,000 subscribers. We just hit 39,000, so we're trying to get to 40. I won't say a childhood goal, but it's been a goal for a long time to get to 40,000. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to us.
End of the first quarter, Arkansas 3, LSU 0.
What? That's nuts.
Interception from Jaden Daniels.
Oh. Coach, what'd you think?
Excuse me. I got a little sneeze here. What'd
you think of that Alabama game?
I was impressed with Alabama the second half, the way they were able to make some big plays, and also their defense just looked a little bit better, a little more organized, didn't give up a lot of big plays. They continue to amaze me, some of their play calls, but we'll see how it works. But 1st and goal on the 1, I think you need to get under center, man. I mean, they got a bad snap and lost 20 yards.
That was, yeah.
Well, we did have our field goal guy kick the extra point, so we went with Peyton Woodard. And this is something new here. Our guys had to cover a kickoff, and we didn't do very well with it. They got it out to the 29. So smart play by UAB. I mean, you got a better chance, an open field play like that if I thought it was smart. Excuse me for these. I'm nervous, I guess.
I was hoping that while Trent Dilfer was here, that he would be able to get a photo with Brad Johnson, because those are two of the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks of some of my formative days.
Yeah, Brad was in Aggie land today for his son. Good job, Max, coming in for the injured Wigman and pulling a win for him over Auburn.
Dude, he'd leave them on and leave them off.
They were in motion there.
Yeah.
We got, I guess, Jackson playing safety tonight, starting out.
So Dan Jackson in for the Javon Bullard, who's not out there. Tramel Walther out there. I, again, don't see any Michael Williams. First down and more.
One of the things they got going for them, Eddie Gordon is their offensive line coach. He knows all of our calls on defense. He knows the way we scheme. And he's probably giving them some good ideas about what to do to attack us, because he's been going against us for 4 years. Kind of like what Chaney did last year for Georgia Tech.
That was an interesting formation Georgia ran there.
Good job by Warren Brinson.
Yeah, Warren Brinson and Stackhouse getting through there. And they had a delay with Smile Munden coming up, but he got tripped up over Chaz Chambliss. They still got to the quarterback and affected it. So incomplete for Jacobs. Or intended for Jacobs, incomplete. Jacob Zeno, the quarterback coach, though, he's pretty good. Oh, nowhere to go there with Stackhouse waiting on him. That's crazy. Third and 6. Let's see.
Probably try to hold our backers and throw off of one of them.
Looks like Georgia's bringing some heat, Coach.
They're going to try to throw deep down here.
Oh, a little stunt there. Wow, Brinson gets him. I thought that was a brilliant stunt with Brinson and Chaz Chambliss. They were both. Somebody's going to get him. Watch this. Zip, zip.
Yeah.
they were both there.
One of the things you want to make sure is at least that you make one of these guys occupy you, and that's what Chambliss did. He got the inside guy, and then the outside guy was way too late.
Chambliss looks a lot faster than he has in the past. That guard got to him, but not by much. I did see 7 in there, Coach. Marvin Jones Jr. on special teams. So, wow, how did he get out of that? But anyway.
All right, good job stopping them there. We'll probably get a timeout here. I hope not, but they're already down to 5 minutes gone here.
It goes fast. Yeah, they're going to stay with it, so we should get to see them turn it over pretty quick. What do you think of the FSU Clemson game?
Yeah, I mean, just some really. I'm not going to say anything.
I tried baiting him. I knew Coach wasn't happy with that one. I was gonna get a good clip.
You get in overtime, you got to run your best stuff, and run the screen pass on 3rd and 1. It's not the idea there.
All right. Tight formation. Play action again. Throw it to Brock Bowers. I like this game plan.
Yeah.
Play action Bowers. Play action Bowers. This is genius. And if they all start coming up and going on Bowers, hand it to Dajon.
Actually is that Paul in there? 3?
Yes, sir. Andrew Paul. I haven't seen him since the first game. Switching up the
Probably
protection.
going to get the ball here.
Yep. All right to him. Glad to see that. Good job. I mean, it wasn't a huge pickup, but just for a guy who's been struggling and, you get sore and get beat up, to get out there and actually get a carry, pick up 4 yards, that's awesome.
So he got Michael Williams listed as being out. Here we go with Bell. Let's throw the ball to Bell.
Oh, my goodness. I think
Got to catch it first, buddy.
that was close. Lovett was ready to take off. He was looking upfield. I don't think
Georgia's trying to hurry so they don't look at that play to make sure it wasn't a fumble.
UAB took a timeout to give him a chance.
That wasn't a fumble, but it's not as lucky as the break that Auburn got with the review earlier today, where A&M had a scoop and score and it got overturned. Didn't matter because Auburn couldn't move the ball.
But I mean, you could tell that it was the ball went forward though. I mean, it just
they had to review it.
But we had a day that Alabama only got 3 plays on the goal line.
That was crazy. And I don't know that there's just
They're supposed to have all these people in Birmingham and all checking all that stuff. I mean, old Nick's going to raise some cane on that one.
He absolutely is. Hey, well, while we're in a break here, I want to mention our friends at My Better Life Science. I'm holding my report here that I got from Better Life Science. It's actually a company that it's kind of like if you think of 23andMe, you order one of the tests, you buy one of the tests at mybls.com, you register it, then it comes to you. And it has everything in it. It has a little swab where you cover your finger, and then you have the little little prick thing you do your finger, and then you put in these lancets, and you send it in. It even comes with a Band-Aid in case you need to cover up your
Got another one that you can do on your arm, too, a different way.
Little tiny prick on your finger there. And then you send it to them. And it's registered, and they do it incredibly fast. It's not something you wait weeks about and you completely forget about. It comes in insanely quickly, and you get it back. And it gives you a list. They're going to look for like 290-something actual allergens, whether they're pollen or mites or food or microorganisms or animal-derived food or insects or venoms, so grains, spices, fruits, vegetables, latex, pets, farm animals, fish, seafood, meat, spores, yeast, grass pollen, tree pollen, wood pollen, bees, cockroaches, nuts and seeds. So here's the thing. You find out what you may be allergic to or even just might have a reaction to. And it tells you to what degree you are. So it's not just yes, no, allergic, not. It could say, hey, if you come in contact with this, you're not going to have a great time. You're going to have a kind of a bad reaction to it. You're not allergic to it, but it's going to give you some grief. So go to mybls.com. This is the company that made gajillion COVID tests. They still have all the stuff to make the test. They still have all the stuff to do the testing. They're here in Atlanta. They are gigantic Georgia fans. This isn't some international company that reached out to us. These are huge Georgia fans. So get this, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get everybody on the team tested so that they can find out that everybody's got it. So go to mybls.com. You'll be glad that you did. And it's inexpensive. So jump on it when you get a chance. All right, we're back. I haven't seen them overturn anything yet. So.
Yeah, I don't see any way that would be.
Yeah.
But I've been wrong before.
Well, hey, SEC refs.
We need to get Brock in the end zone a little bit.
I like that idea.
2 minutes left to go in the first half. Georgia Tech 17, Wake Forest 3.
Interesting. Empty backfield, coach.
Got one-on-one on the right.
Yep. He backed off. There's your first down.
Just really good late delayed rush there, and they just overpowered us. See the last guy, and we got Ernest Green playing left tackle with 77 tonight, I think.
Yep.
For Devin Willock, they switched it around.
Yeah. Aaron Smith just waiting on him to make sure he doesn't drop it. So, right.
Well, there's a good case that we can bring up that's vivid. You got to catch the ball when you throw it.
Yeah.
And when you drop passes, then it puts you in a bad position there. And
oh, yeah, I forgot they'd faced Jacob Zena when he was at Baylor.
in the bowl game,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback. He's he can give you some grief. That they don't have a running game per se, so he's had to do a lot of it on his own. I guess Kirby calls that a run play.
Yeah, I mean, the idea there is just to get the ball on the perimeter. And if I'm playing Georgia, I would fake. I mean, you got to slow these linebackers down. I mean, if you just throw show pass at them, they're going to overpower you at the front.
Marvin Jones Jr. in there on the left side, Coach.
Good player.
Yeah.
We'll probably check out of it here.
Yeah, Dumas Johnson's calling a different defense right there. I think UAB tipped their hat a little early. He's changing everything. He's making sure everybody's got it. It's like he's gunning up to.
Good check.
Yeah.
One thing that they got, too, is Alex Mortenson's offensive coordinator. He was at Alabama the whole time Kirby was there, and he knows our defense, too. I mean, he's been going against the scheme a lot in his career.
Well, there's Marvin Jones, Pop, and Warren Brinson again.
He's the son of longtime, I think recently retired NFL reporter Chris Mortensen.
Good man. Chris has been fighting cancer for 7 or 8 years now, but still doing okay with it, but taking its toll.
Yeah, Kirby mentioned the offensive coordinator saying, look, this guy waited his time. He's been there at Alabama. And he just listed off all these top coordinators that this guy worked with, and just said, Kirby says, I got a lot of respect for. You could tell the earnestness with which he respects this offensive coordinator. So,
right.
That wasn't just, be nice to the new guy. That is the stack and throw that Jalen Walker had on the left side was amazing, but great job by Daylen Everett on stopping for no gain.
So
I like us being around the ball. That's what that's impressive.
I'm sorry, he got 1 yard. I thought he had no gain. I wish it showed the bottom there. That was.
So we were just playing man under
Right.
and too deep, and
Blazers out to punt. Mekhi Muse.
Blazers just adding a guy to the side there. They brought a guy on late. I like that Mekhi catches the ball out of bounds and throws it forward. Like, no, I didn't catch it right here. I caught it way up there.
all right, let's see what we can get a little running game going here too.
Third drive of our put together here. I want you to hear real quickly before we start talking about what we want to see on drive 3. I want you to hear from our friends at GetYourFreeWiFi.com. This is another company owned in part by our buddy Josh Ballard, friend of the program, former Georgia player, former Georgia defensive end, NFL, successful NFL player, and one of the, I think I did my first ever radio bit talking about Josh Ballard way back in the day at the Georgia-Florida game. actually said in that Florida game, how Josh Millard goes is how the game will go, and that was prophetic. So I got lucky once, but Josh made me look good. This is a commercial that ran on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which run on all these other. It's a national ad. We talked about MyBLS being a local company. Get your free Wi-Fi. That's nationwide. So check this out.
Attention all Medicaid beneficiaries. You can now qualify for a free smartphone with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data. You heard that right. You can now get your smartphone, cell service, and high-speed data absolutely free from a government program called the Affordable Connectivity Program. Just call 800-470-9125 right now to see if you instantly qualify. All callers can qualify based on your income, or if you receive assistance from Federal Public Housing, SSI, or even free and reduced price school lunch program. If you or someone in your household is enrolled in Medicaid or any of these government assistance programs, you can now instantly qualify to get free cellular service and high-speed data, plus a free smartphone. Even if you're paying for your plans now with another carrier, you can switch to a free talk, text, and data plan if you qualify. Just call 800-470-9125 to qualify instantly for your free talk, text, and data service, plus a free smartphone. This free program is open and available, so call now to see if you qualify. Don't wait. Call 800-470-9125. 800-470-9125.
Coach, UAB is a program to me. I always had such respect for what Bill Clark did there, especially navigating what that team went through as the whole program shut down. We remember Jake Gaines came here. What do you think about Trent Dilfer's just potential possibility as a coach, what he can do there in Birmingham?
Well, he's going to be able to attract some offensive skill with his background. You know, he worked with that Elite 11 for so long with all the quarterbacks around the country. And then, he's got a good working knowledge of offensive football, and certainly the state of Alabama has always had a lot of good players, and he's in a league where they should be able to do well. So it's not like they're starting over either. They were in a bowl game last year, and they're always going to have good players there. But as you mentioned, Bill Clark, all of a sudden they dropped football, and then 2 years later they started it back, or 3 years, and he brought them back, and they've done a good job facility-wise. They got a new stadium. I used to play there in the old stadium there in Birmingham where Auburn and Alabama played, Legion Field, but now they got their own campus facility. So I can see a lot of good things happening for them.
Wanted to give a quick shout-out, too. It sounded like there was good news today for Nick Chubb and his injury recovery early on. It sounded like the only thing that he tore was his MCL, which out for the season.
No, come on.
That's that report that came out.
Yeah, compared to what it could have been, he won't have to have a complete reconstruction.
That would be phenomenal. I mean, it looked awful. So
1st and 10 for the Dogs. That was never caught.
It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
They're just running the peel with the ends here. You got to be careful for that now. See him come out.
Mm-hmm. So is that? Ernest Greensman, or is that?
I think Ernest kind of got surprised there. He thought that the guy was going to just stay up on him and rush, and he's set. But you got to go get him if he's going to go wide.
I just saw him go in between him and Oscar Delp, so I wasn't sure who had him.
Running with Dylan Bell on 2nd and 10.
It's a way to press the edge right there.
Georgia pulled 2 big offensive linemen around that edge as well. He had a convoy going down the side.
Got to search yourself here. Run the ball, 3rd and 3. Run it. Me,
Dylan wanted a little bit more there. You could tell.
Probably
he picks up 7 and not happy about it.
Dejan Edwards back in.
Probably going to throw.
Yeah. That's the formation.
It's a way to catch and break there by Rosemy.
Pretty good.
He's had a good start to his season. I really like what Marcus has done since he came back.
I want to say that's a great ball by Carson Beck, too.
Yeah, I mean, that looked a little bit like some of the teams that we play. Catch it and throw it. Watch, he gets it. Catch
1,000, 2,000, zip. That's slowed down, so that ball was gone.
Just like seeing put it in his outside arm, the only thing.
Yeah. Ball's hit the ground a couple times today. This is not exactly
Got him in.
great play action. Oh, a little scramble.
At this point in the season, I would say we're a pass first team, man. Already thrown.
I was told Bobo only runs it.
We've had I would say out of 18 plays, we've called 15 passes. Got sacked once and had a couple dropped.
You think that skews that way with the offensive line and running back depth?
I'm not sure if it's because our running backs are down or.
Yeah,
You got
the Dayne. You were calling for a pass to the running backs. There's one. You're right, Coach. Georgia's run 15 plays, 16 plays, 11 of them, or 12 of them have been passes. But again, this is a team that you're supposed to be able to throw on. So we talked about that in the beginning. Beck's 8 of 12 for 112 yards.
got 2 downs to make it here.
Yep. Are they empty? No, okay. Wish they show us more of the field.
That's a good call. I like it.
First down, Georgia.
Wait, was that running on third down up the middle? That's what that looked like to me. I'm kind of arguing with the people that say don't run it on third down. I'm like, yeah, look, it worked.
Good movement.
Look at the Dylan. I mean, Fairchild just pushing his guy out of the way. Picked up
Guys
3.
are a little slow on the replays here. Let's keep going.
What is Dilfer wearing there?
That white thing or
No,
It's from the Belichick wardrobe, I believe.
Kind of quasi hoodie, short sleeve hoodie. John Fetterman wardrobe.
Now that's a different show.
Look at that power to the right side. Everybody going over that way. Get it to him over there. There you go. Oh, my God. They sniffed it out. And
their secondary's coming up. I mean, you can't block everybody. That's a defensive back hitting him in the hole.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 4 again, exactly where we were just a couple plays ago. I was worried that guy was holding onto his leg and spinning around like a crocodile. I'm like, don't do that to Andrew Paul. See one guy.
Those are two pins on his arm, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Sharpies.
Doesn't want to mess his shirt up.
And no pocket protector in that half hoodie. Nope, they're bringing everybody.
I'm not sure about that concept there. I guess they thought we were going to get him in zone and throw underneath him, double cross, but they just reacted to it.
Yeah.
Go for it, Coach.
You have a crossing concept like that, and you're not deep enough to get the first down.
Well, you got to read it and pull up.
Okay, I got you.
4th and 2, Dogs going for it.
Bowers.
I was about to say go to Bowers right now.
Didn't get it.
You got to beat the guy, man.
They're coming in hot, bringing the pressure.
Just rushed it a little bit. Get your feet set, Carson.
Or just hold the snap 1 more second. That guy would have been offsides, and you had a first down.
Bad throw. He had him beat.
Yep.
Throwing off his back foot. Watch this.
Hey, Tate Ratledge picked up that blitz, but still, that's the 3rd time they've done that. They're running up on George's got apparently the same snap count or something. They're just getting a run to start coming through.
I like the call there, Kirby.
Change the cadence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Georgia playing up on him.
That's another one of those possessions that you get limited in the first half, and then all of a sudden you just run out of time. You get to halftime.
Yeah, so you've had a touchdown, then 2 drives at third drive actually looked good coming up the field.
And if I'm the coach for the team that has less talent in games like this, I'm doing everything I can to watch that clock move along.
Oh, yeah. It was a 10-play drive that you came in with no points. Nice tackle there.
Yeah, but do you agree going for it? I do.
No, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And I agree with the play call. It was there. Just throw wasn't made.
I don't know. I saw a curl wide open to Brock Bowers. I'm like, that would have been mine. But you don't know that they're going to do that when they come up, you know.
Chaz is in their face tonight.
Yeah. I tell you, he looks faster. Chaz has been all over the place. But again, it's part of that scheme. But C.J. Allen, that is a great inside linebacker.
Great chance here to fake a punt.
Nobody got on to him. Also, I like going for it on fourth and 2 when you have Georgia's defense.
Yeah.
So I got no problems with it.
All right, kick it far enough so this old boy can take it back.
Or just snap it over his head like he's Alabama. Jalen Walker's going to get one of those.
Here we go.
Nice. How did he avoid the first guy?
Oh, he fumbled.
And gave it up.
I think it looked like the Blazers had first shot. We'll see what happens in the pile.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, ball security in this game so far for Georgia has been horrible.
Yep.
UAB ball.
Wow.
A little bit funky there on those twist arounds.
Was Kirby telling him to fair catch?
I don't know.
I thought I saw him wave his hand and use his face to signal that, but I mean, he's a great returner, so.
They've knocked out 2 balls. Is that 4 times the balls hit the ground for Georgia? Not fumbles, but just some of those short passes were pretty close.
Final play of the first quarter, UAB.
Reverse.
Nobody over there. Jamel Walther trying to track it down. Oh, his own guy got in the way.
Good call.
That was.
Well, he took Kamari Lassiter to the ground, or Kamari fell, whatever it was, and he couldn't get out of the way after that.
I can see that.
Some good play, some sloppy play that quarter, fellas.
Yeah, but hey, you got more points than you did last week. So, not that that's a high bar, but you've had it 3 times.
More than you had in the first quarter against Ball State, too.
Yeah. So,
how about Georgia Southern rolling up on Ball State today? Last time I saw it was 40-0.
When I was in Madison last week, Georgia Southern was either completing a 35-yard pass to its receiver or throwing an interception. There was not much in the middle.
True feast or famine. I love it.
5 picks last week up in Camp Randall.
Really?
Yep. And Southern played the better team. I mean, they just turned the ball over. By the third and fourth quarters, especially fourth, Wisconsin was just leaning on them with offensive line. But Wisconsin won again on Friday against Purdue.
South Carolina jacking up 14-0.
Yeah, they actually have a decent quarterback, as we found out last week. Not to say that we didn't know that ahead of time, but South Carolina's pretty good. I don't think there's just a major – I don't know that anybody's just head and shoulders above anybody else right now.
Well, in the Pac –
Two teams in the Pac-12 look pretty good to me. Washington and Southern Cal. But Southern Cal's defense, I don't know, but they got some good skill.
In the true Pac-12 Bowl, meaning the Pac-2, the 2 remaining teams in the conference beyond this season, Washington State 21, Oregon State 7, second quarter.
That surprises me too.
Again, it's just no – I don't know that Michigan's a killer. I don't know that Ohio State's untouchable. Georgia looks not to be as good as they were last year. Alabama's not it. FSU needed some help by Clemson doing what Clemson does.
I mean, they needed help last week against Boston College.
Yeah, I mean,
Texas beat LSU, or Texas beat Alabama, and then struggled with Wyoming. Like, it's just a weird year.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
Ohio State, Notre Dame, nothing.
I mean, you can always fall back on Notre Dame not playing anybody and go, "There's your playoff team." But even this year, you can't say that.
I like Notre Dame this year.
I do too. I mean, but again, if you play the top 10 teams versus the top 20 teams, or 1 through 10 versus 11 through 20, or any sort of combination there, it's going to be tight. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. So there's incredible parity this year. A lot of it has to do with injuries. Kirby was mentioning that a lot of teams are dealing with ankle injuries. A lot of teams are beat up, and it's a weird year. It's not as weird as a COVID year, but it's still very weird. So,
if y'all have questions for Coach Donnan or Roddy, throw them in the chat. I'll sneak them in here during breaks or when we have a little time in the show.
Well, we got to bow up here. I mean, they got the ball in the red zone, 1st and 10 here. So all of a sudden, this tight fit game.
So Georgia's first drive was 6 plays, 75 yards, scored. Second drive, 4 plays, 9 yards. Third drive was 10 plays, 54 yards, and then turned it over on down. So should be getting the ball back here, but you got a special teams bump. Again, that's something you did to yourself, just like when you have a penalty on yourself, or you fumble the ball. It's just Georgia's got to get out of Georgia's way.
There you go.
A little trip there. I give that one to Sanford Stadium. That home field advantage.
You mean the grass said, I'm going to get you to slip?
Absolutely. That's a Coach Dooley special right there.
That's a turf team tackle.
Great fake there.
Good catch.
This guy could get rid of it.
Thank you. Thought he sold that fake really well, too.
Who was that safety there? Did you see it?
Yeah, I was grabbing Julian Humphrey.
Oh, he's playing back.
Yeah. It took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's
3rd and 4 for the Blazers.
Great play.
Touchdown.
Saw that coming. That was well.
He's going for 2 or 1. Go for 2, Trent. Well, special teams call a turnover and they give them field position. Boy, that's a good job by the.
Tell me what you see, Coach.
I mean, just 3rd man out after holding the backer. Nobody covering.
Special teams will do it. As you have a quiet Sanford Stadium because they're like, what happened there?
Well,
but they get the ball back and they'll drive.
The other thing that was vivid there was us not making that 4th down. Could have been 14-0, and now all of a sudden. But that's a good quarterback. I mean, these guys have been able to score points.
Yeah, that was really well executed. What was it, 2 plays?
Well, they ran the first reverse
right,
on
yeah.
1st down, and then.
Yeah, then he tripped.
That's the 4th play.
Sorry. I was thinking since the quarter started, but I forgot they had plays prior to that. I'm a dumbass.
Georgia needed a little offensive response here to kind of settle things down. Moved the ball, didn't make a 4th down, and had turnover on special teams, and all of a sudden you find yourself 7-7.
No worries, though.
First quarter, Pitt 7, North Carolina 0. About halfway through the first.
Come on, Mac Brown.
Yeah, I was surprised at that score.
I saw some stat about Drake May of he's turned the ball over significantly more this year than he did at the same rate last year.
We got to get mix it up a little bit, but you got to make the routine plays too. By that I mean dropping the ball.
This should be one of those games where Georgia, over the course of the game, will be able to impose its will at the line of scrimmage with the depth that you've had at tackle and running backs. Maybe it's not quite as simple, or maybe you just don't get to it quite as early. But I do expect that to happen at some point in this game where Georgia just kind of mashes on the offensive line.
Just gave these guys a big bolt of vitamin B1 there for them to get a score like that. You know what I mean? They're going to play jacked up over the max now, but turnovers, really, that's the only second turnover of the year for us, isn't it?
There was
an interception.
There's one interception, yeah.
These guys just got to realize that, you can't worry about what everybody thinks. You just got to play and relax and understand you're not going to steamroll everybody. It's a tough game. It's hard to score a lot of points. I mean, nobody's doing it. Tell me who's doing it.
Oregon.
Well,
yeah, but it's Colorado. I told it
Portland State.
Yeah.
I'm meaning today.
I know
that they had a struggle to beat Texas Tech a couple of weeks ago. So there's no one that's just out here blowing everybody out.
Southern Cal maybe, but here's a chance to rectify it here, Muse.
Take it to the house there. Oof. Good tackle.
Got it to about the 27-yard line on the return.
I just can't give him one like that.
Little hidden man play.
Mm-hmm.
Be patient here in an orchestrated drive here. Let's go. Don't forget your underneath stuff.
Dejan handoff. Ooh, big gap. First down.
That's your workhorse.
10-yard gain. Going fast, Coach.
Oh, wide open, and he overthrew Meeks.
I think Meeks should have kept going, too.
Yeah.
There. He left his feet a little early, but he just put some air under it.
Well, he also did the kind of half-hearted fake here on the pitch that Brent Rollins pointed this out this week.
Poor Meeks. And again, everyone thinks he's in for it to be a blocker, so when he took off down the field, nobody was expecting it.
2nd and 10, Dejan gets about 3 or 4.
I got more. I think he got 5.
He always falls ahead, right?
He does. He really does. And he's not that big, so you saw Rasal pulling backwards, but yeah, no, you're right. It's 4. 3rd and 6.
Hey, mixed up the count. That's good.
They heard me. Coach nodded like, yeah, whatever, buddy.
I mean, they were timing it up pretty good.
Yeah.
They playing as pure man here. Got to make the first, Carson.
He got across it.
He did. Hey, shout out to Carson on that one. That was a good effort play. He knew he was going to get hit, and he didn't slide early. He took the blow.
I'm for a deep crossing route.
Looks like they're lining up Rah-Rah and Area on the same side.
So where are you going? You want to go how deep when you say deep crossing route?
Just 18 to 25 between the hash and the numbers.
Okay.
Used to call it TVP. Take off, V route, and a post.
Okay. What are you seeing that makes you want to take that?
Just the way their safeties are interacting here on our wide receivers. I mean, It's very similar to that play that Ohio State ran against us several times last year, where your corner clears out and then you just run right in behind where he left. But at this point, offense, has had some flashes here, but you can't say, I wish he would have hit this guy or I wish he would have caught it and all that. I mean, you work all week to get that kind of situation. There wasn't anybody between him and the railroad tracks on that one.
No.
I would like to see Meeks get one too.
Well, like on that 4th and 2, it's just behind him. Throw was there.
I do like to see Meeks back out there at receiver. He's a really good football player. I know, Coach, you've talked about special teams for a long time, but he does a lot of things. I think he's a decent blocker.
Yeah, a good blocker. He just not as fast as some of those other guys.
And they've scouted him. They're not expecting him to be running this post route down the sideline like that. I mean, post route from his spot. So the guy will. Oh, not him. It's going to be a run. 1st and 10. So
could be LSU getting beat by Arkansas. I'm not talking about our team, but
I know.
I mean, that's one of those like old school upsets. I remember that always being the Friday of Thanksgiving, that it didn't matter what the record was. Something funky was happening that game. But kind of like Georgia Auburn, it got moved up on the schedule for a variety of reasons.
So we can jump ahead to
these guys look better on offense than Auburn.
You took my talking point away. I was going to say, tougher test next week, Auburn or this team?
I mean, I don't know. It'd be playing on the road and everything, but
nothing about Auburn quarterbacks is scary right now. That's for sure. Which first half of that game, A&M didn't bring much either. I was wondering, you got Hugh Freeze and Bobby Petrino and Jimbo Fisher and Philip Montgomery, just a lot of great offensive minds, and no one was really moving the ball.
There's something nice praying for Chubb.
Man, that's awesome. There are few players more beloved than Nick Chubb. I don't say that just because it rhymes. This is true. I mean, he's just they're absolutely, the respect is universal for him. You'll never find anybody say a bad word about him.
Marshall Fleming says, yes, that's all true, but Auburn will look amazing against us.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yes.
Totally seen it happen.
Oh, my God, the number of times Georgia's like favored going there, and I'm like, it's going to be a tight game. I'm taking Georgia not to cover. Hell, Auburn might win it. People jump on me. I'm like, have you ever watched a Georgia-Auburn game? Come on.
All right, we're back. 1st and 10. Bowers in motion, goes back.
Changes the play.
You got Arian Smith.
6 on the line. They bring 5.
Delp.
Oh, to Delp. Oh, it's almost like somebody predicted that one.
You predicted it?
In my column, I mentioned he might get some passes. You need to read my column. Yeah, I'll teach you about football.
Okay. You have to have a membership?
Yes, you do. Oh, my goodness.
That's the Brock Bowers I remember seeing.
He should have been dropped where he got the ball. But yak.
Like to see occasional run here and now in the red zone.
So they went to the tight end, and see, again, Rara blocked his guy into where Bowers was heading, or Bowers went around it and didn't use his block, so he should have been dropped back there, but he picked up 15 anyway.
Look how far they're playing off the ball here on the receivers.
Yeah, that is.
As we'll put Bowers in motion and throw it to him in the flat.
Throw to 5. Oh, wait, they moved up. They changed. They're calling that
They blitz off the edge.
the left side there. They did it again where they're getting the snap count.
Got a new guy in there. Is that Wilson 56?
Yeah. Jared Wilson.
Or is that Micah Morris?
I thought he was 55.
56 is Wilson and 55 is Morris. Maybe the other way.
No, nope,
56
Morris.
is Morris, right?
Yeah, he is. Micah Morris, 56. Jared Wilson, 55.
For about a year and a half, I've heard about how good Micah looks in practice.
But when they
You
bring,
got the. There it is. Nice score.
oh my God,
You see Meeks up there?
he just threw a man away like trash. That's a human being, Brock.
What's he got? Like 4 receptions now or 5?
4.
Put him in motion, hand it to him, let him run in.
I'm gonna need that video clip there,
Yes, sir.
if you would.
What clip?
Him throwing that guy away.
Well, on cue, Jackson Meeks was blocking his booty off right in front of him.
Dejan Edwards into the end zone. Now that's how you respond. That's a great drive. And again, not to say just because they scored, but I think the way they mixed it up there,
It's about 80 yards, 85, 75.
75.
Going to Bowers tends to work, huh?
72, yeah.
Well, and the other tight end.
Yeah, the throw to Oscar Delp.
Nice.
Hey, that's good. Georgia just picked up another tight end commit, so they're showing them off.
Is that for 2025?
2025, Ethan Barber, who we were at his game last night, and he caught a pass over the middle, coach, and 3 guys converged on him. After it was over, those 3 guys were on the ground, and Ethan Barber was still running. Got tripped up by the safety. But he knocked down a linebacker, safety, and a corner all at once. So, hey, shout out to Tate Ratledge for having the left side of that hole, just clearing people out. It's funny.
All in all, I mean, everybody's having I just feel like the offense has looked better this first half, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, again.
And scored. We scored 3 last week, 14, but, we had 1 punt.
1 punt. That was the only drive that didn't really take off. And it was.
So how many plays have we run? About 28, 30?
29.
God,
How do you do that? It drives me bonkers.
I
I have the list in front of me and I have to look it up.
No, I was just trying to add it in my mind. But
Coach, what play did you call? 97 against Florida, second quarter, 1st and 6. Or 1st and 10 on the 6.
Had something to do with Hines Ward.
But no, to your point, let me call.
Second quarter, though, I remember we did run fake 45 wedge Z reverse right pass, and we handed it to Hines, and he threw it to Larry Brown.
All right. To your point about this quarter, 6 play drive, 75 yards, score. 4 plays for 9 yards, punt. 10 plays, 54 yards, and you turned it over on downs. So even though that drive didn't get you the points, you did 4 minutes and 32 seconds on that drive, and you went 54 yards on 10 plays. You were in command. And then this drive, 9 plays for 72 yards, 4:04 off the clock, and a touchdown. So you really only had 1 bad drive on there. Now, 2 drives didn't score, but that third drive, just like last week, when Kirby's happy to see the team move down the field, and you missed it on turned it over, but it's not like you're fumbling.
I wonder if they got to watch along on nothing and nothing. How are those people? What are they talking about?
That's Mike Bobo's fault, and you know it.
But you're talking about plays, Dayne. When I was in college, my coach was Earl Edward, and he was, he had a way of saying things, and he says, "Jim, if you can call this play, we're going to put it in." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "It just has a lot of nomenclature to it. It has a lot of verbiage." And I said, "Okay." And he went through it all, and this was the play. Right over change, fake dive, bootleg pass at 1, fullback flare on 1, ready break. And that was it. Right over meant that we were in an unbalanced line, and then we changed, and the receiver moved over to the unbalanced side. Fake dive left, bootleg right, fullback flat. That was it. instead of today, they would call it Charlie 42. You know what I mean? So
I know exactly what you
I'm not saying
because you look at your list.
I really wanted to run that play, so I practiced for about 2 weeks calling it, and I got it.
Well, I'm impressed with the nomenclature that you developed.
That was
But did your lineman know what the hell was coming?
well, you tell everybody, but what to do? I mean, so it's pretty vivid there. But
I'm just gonna say when we were playing, I loved. We had an issue with getting some plays in, and in one of our games, Coach Beggs like, okay, you're going to run the play in, then you're going to run the play in, then you're going to run the play in, then you're going to run the play in. We had different for wide receiver bringing the play in each time, and I'm like, this is so much easier, you know. But then you couldn't go fast. It took forever, but I mean, it fixed our communication issues, but it made us feel like we were back in ninth grade or 90-pound football.
Let's watch these guys here. They're going to probably run some kind of gadget play on this drive, some kind of double pass. Or there was one right there.
There. Hey, Dan Jackson made with the tackle. Taking the edge away.
You got some good-looking athletes.
They do.
A lot of good players in the state of Alabama.
That gets a completed pass there for 8 yards.
Look, if you want to play some good football, watch good football. Watch UAB or watch Troy.
Troy, big win today over Western Kentucky. That's the way to get up there.
South Alabama's good team.
Wow, Kamari Lassiter. Yeah, South Alabama.
Jacksonville State.
Like to get a stop here. I mean, everybody would, but if we could get a stop here and get the ball back.
Is that the one in Montgomery? Jacksonville State?
That's in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, Alabama.
Great tackle there.
What's the one in Montgomery?
There's Alabama State.
Could you see that? The quickness that
Yeah. Dropped him right there, 4th and 1. That play was
they're going to try to draw us off sides, you know.
4th and 1.
oh my goodness.
Oh, they're going to have to give him a spot.
Smile
It's close.
Munden with the penetration.
First down.
Yep.
You got it.
That was close.
There's a couple private colleges there too, right? Huntington College is out there.
That's not the one I was thinking of. There's one right off the highway in Montgomery.
Yeah, that's Alabama State.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty new stadium out there on 85.
Dang, I would have to look at that spot there.
Yeah. That did not look. Oh.
I think they stopped him to look at it.
Oh, Kirby's playing this. He was down earlier. His knee hit early. Hey, shout out to Chad Chambliss for getting penetration there, too.
And
He
he
shot
grabbed.
through.
They are taking a look at it.
That's a tall rough.
Tough call here. I think he was short.
I think his knee was down, and then he leans backwards and puts the ball over, but I don't know that they're going to have an angle on that, Coach.
Look where he's – I mean –
Yeah, see, the ball's on his chest, and then he's laying on the ground, he puts it over his head, and that's
a good challenge.
Yeah.
Look at this guy holding Chambliss.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
That's why I was giving Chambliss a shout out.
Out here on the edge, you got face mask on Everett.
I'm going to say that they're not going to overturn this. I think that they're going to say there's not enough to make this call.
They probably will because they're in Birmingham and they don't want to make some people do that.
They got to see him at Publix later in the week.
There should be a hands to the face called on them against Gabe Harris. Jesus. That guy's driving his face mask backwards.
They usually don't. Oh, that could have been a penalty on Kamari flipping that ball there. This guy's got a basic name, the referee, David Smith.
That sounds like an alias. I don't think that's really him. I don't think he's hiding from something. You're correct, Dane. They did not overturn it.
Trent looks very happy about it.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go up top here, boys.
Yep. Well, let's see. Let's see if Georgia plays the ball in the air if they get a penalty. Georgia only going to bring 3.
Got Darius Smith out there at edge.
Looks like Georgia's expecting it. Oh, everybody moved. Everybody moved. Georgia shifts. Georgia defensive line shifts, and the entire left side of that line jumped.
Hey, if you like what we're doing here, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel or like us on Facebook, wherever you're watching. It means a lot to us. Delay game on defense?
Yeah.
They might have been saying we used the snap count or something.
Clap or some sort of mimic.
Georgia Tech, man, they beating Wake Forest.
Beating the brakes off Wake Forest.
A lot of window dressing to get not much out of that.
Yeah, Warren Brinson again. Jamel, calm him down, buddy. So 2nd and 5, they're going a little bit faster, Coach.
Wheel.
Wow.
Malachi, good tackle.
He smelled that from a mile away.
He's a special one. Go ahead and tell you, he's going to be one of those guys, NFL dudes are watching tapes on draft-eligible guys. They're going to say, well, who's 24?
What's it?
Going into the boundary here, Coach? Oh, never mind. They just moved everybody.
I'd run a double move and try to hit a deep one on them.
Georgia's got 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Good Lord, he went the wrong way and made a first down.
Yeah, he did.
Just like he drew it up.
Faked it to air.
Sometimes those are the kind of plays that work because a disciplined team, we read the back. Watch this.
Nope. And they that right tackle grabbed a hold of Darius Smith and pulled him to the ground practically. Wow. Oh, there's Darius Smith again. This time he wasn't held. Now, how long have we been saying Darius Smith is going to blow up?
It's that number 19, man. That's special on this team.
It is. Here it is, Coach.
His arms are so long.
Watch this right tackle grab a hold of him. Don't try to jump over Malachi Starks. He's going to make you pay for it.
They got a good little scheme.
Yeah, I think Coach Dilfer has to be proud of what he's seeing from his guys so far.
He's definitely going to go for it on 4th down there. If
They jumped. Oh, Trent's hot. I think he's
telling the ref that's bull crap.
I don't think he said bull crap.
He said crap.
Did he?
He censored himself.
Okay.
Gus Malzahn used to do that too. I guess he still does. That's crap. That's crap.
Mm-hmm. There's not a clear alley there for Smile Monday, but he was coming.
Yep. I guess they're saying that we were using their snap count. They got us on one of them. I wonder if they figured we could get away with one.
Saying Georgia has a reputation for.
We're in a safe punt
switching.
here. By that, we won't rush here. We just watch for the fake. Watch all the linemen just stand there.
Yep. Stay on each guy.
Get out of the way.
Everybody move away. Everybody move away.
Oh.
That ball bounces weird directions. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great throw from McCord. This may get overturned, though. I'm not sure he held on to that. Halftime, Arkansas 13, LSU 10. Coach, Mississippi State, South Carolina 14-14.
Here comes the Bullies. I like to see old Levin go down the gash.
I agree with Bruce Taylor. He says Jordan needs a nice long drive here. Run it out, smash him in the mouth. Take it away from him.
Play fake.
Wow.
Rosemy.
Look at Roseby Jack Saint. 2 huge catches for him.
Man, I hate those passes over the middle.
No, you do. I can see your butt clench from here.
Worry about the tip balls.
Yeah. 2 catches for 44 yards. I think they got some.
Mark it.
.440 left here in the second. Got to snap it. He does. Loading up.
Oh, my God.
There's Arian. Come on.
Off his
Oh!
hands.
At least you tried it. That was a tough catch. But you see the way he redirected his body? You got to catch that ball, man. Good throw by Beck.
He put air under that one.
What a move.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit more to his left and he'd run through it, but then he had to redirect back to the right. See that, Roddy?
Yes. I saw him roll back the other way. But, I mean, that's
a good arm.
yeah.
Don't forget Bowers, please.
Another off the hands.
You got to catch it before you run with it, son.
That's the second one for him, isn't it?
Beck's made some errors in the first half, but he's not getting some help right now.
And I just tweeted out Beck could use some help. I mean, come on. That's
That was a hard catch, that first one. That one wasn't.
Yeah, but
You guys are hard, man.
hey, he can still catch it. But then the one to Meeks was a little over. So when he's on, you got to help him out a little bit. That's 2 that Dominic's dropped. Looking up, turning early.
I promise you we're not harder than Kirby Smart is on him.
That's true. Great job, Dejan Edwards, picking up the oof.
That's a way to catch and run with it.
Yeah, Dominic took a lick there. He's making up for that one.
Here we go.
Back so far 14-22, 196 yards and the touchdown.
Wonder if Bowers is hurt.
Maybe just giving him a breather.
Hadn't been in this whole series. You got a whole half to breathe.
I'm looking to see if anybody said anything about him.
That's a great catch.
It really is. First down, Georgia. Jonathan Eason comments, Coach Donnan recruited a punter from Pepperell High School around 1997 that could catch.
So Brock Bowers is back in. Mr. Negative.
Under 3 minutes
I
here.
just said he wasn't.
Said everybody's hurt.
You got him right there. Make him miss you now.
There.
Score.
Touchdown.
That's the Bowers we know.
See, that was all part of the design. Keep him out, keep him out, keep him out. I told you they were just letting him rest.
Basic 87-yard march.
Hey, who was it on the watch along that was saying that's what they need to do?
Guy's hard to believe how good the guy is.
I'm starting to think that if you give me Brock Bowers, I can be an offensive coordinator too.
It wouldn't hurt.
I'm joking. It's not that simple. Don't listen to me.
It is that simple. Just give it to Brock.
Run it to Brock.
Hand to Dejan, give it to Brock. Hand to Dejan, give it to Brock. Yeah.
Hand to Dejan, let him throw it to Brock.
There you go, Peyton.
Well, maybe we get some of the other guys in there second half.
Ohio State's touchdown pass was ruled incomplete after review. Buckeyes kick a field goal, and it looks like that'll be the halftime score. 3-0.
That safety was just rolled over there to help out and did nothing.
So how many yards has he got? Like 86?
If he has 86 yards, I'm going to lose my damn mind.
How many you got?
I just saw it. 87.
87.
I swear that was luck there.
Hey, this is Price is Right. You went
That
over.
was luck.
No, you were 86. You,
He's under.
no.
Without going over.
Without going. He didn't go over. Well,
I was really not trying to. I was just checking.
I'm so damn annoyed.
does he have an earpiece? Do we?
I don't.
Yeah.
I can't see any of this
I'm
stuff.
gonna make you wear my earbuds. You got the stat team calling you in. Hey, folks. As Coach gloats on his good numbers, I want to mention our numbers from our friends at Athens Ford. If you would add them to the show there, I'd appreciate it. Athens Ford was, when we came up with this concept, we mentioned it to Brian Clower, and he's like, sure, let's do it. No proof of concept. We didn't know if this was going to be the hit that it is, but we appreciate him jumping into it. Here's the thing. The folks at Athens Ford are huge Georgia fans, and we're like, hey, we're going to be on a broadcast, and we're going to be talking about the team. We're going to have a former Georgia head coach giving us an analysis. And Brian's like, yeah, sign me up. I'm like, I haven't even told you how much it costs. He's like, I don't care. Let's do it. So that is the dedication they have to Georgia. They also have that same dedication to you as a customer. They are going to go, no questions asked. Let's do it. Let's get you in the right car. Let's get you a car with the lifetime powertrain warranty. Let's get you a certified pre-owned where they check out hundreds of different things to make sure that it looks brand new. I bought a certified pre-owned from them. I felt like I was getting a brand new car, but I wasn't paying for a brand new car. I mean, I had one that had hardly any miles on it, and I got it for about 55% of what it would cost brand new. So I saved a ton of money for a late model car, and I love it. And I'm gonna drive the wheels off this thing. So, if you're looking for a new car and you can make it to Athens, swing by Athens Ford. They have a ton of used cars. So you say, well, I don't want a Ford, I want a Honda, I want a Subaru, I want whatever. They've got some of those on their lot as well. But if you want a new one, you want the Ford F-150, the best-selling truck in America. You want some of their EVs, they have those as well. You want the Bronco, they got that. And I know that they still have a lot of inventory out there. So when you get the chance, swing by Athens Ford. Support the folks who support your football team.
Hey, they got good service too. I mean, if you need some, not just a new or used vehicle, you take your own vehicle out there, or you can call them up and they'll come to your house, right?
They absolutely will.
You're an Explorer guy, aren't you?
I am an Explorer guy. I love my Ford Explorer. I drive the wheels off of it. I take it everywhere. I head down to Orange Beach. I've been going to LaGrange, where I got a house going in down there.
Look at you.
Drove down there.
How about Florida Gator 16-7 at half?
Against Charlotte.
Wait, what? Huh.
Chris Calvin comments that he graduated with Brian Clower from South Gwinnett High School in 1998.
That's it.
Good.
Hey, give us some embarrassing stories about him so that when we renew their contract, we get a good deal.
Get some leverage.
Get some leverage. Hey, we're going to double our prices unless you want to know about that story about Sarah, A little bollock in the back there.
I don't think we have but 2 timeouts left. Didn't we call a timeout, or
you did call a timeout. Absolutely.
So we need to use them here.
Was that a Georgia-initiated challenge?
No, they called timeout.
But if it was, you have to use one of your timeouts. But the reason I was saying there is 2:40. If we could stop them here, maybe get 2-minute offense.
Chris is not going to help you out, Roddy. He just said Brian was super funny and always smiling. So there's not much leverage
That's the
there.
guy we know.
Yeah.
Most likely to be a Ford owner.
He's a good businessman. He takes care of his people. He'd be successful no matter what he did. Tip ball, interception.
Taiki.
That's
Taiki, three for him.
Every week.
3 for Taiki.
That's why I don't like to throw over the middle backed up.
Hey, so this works out a little bit better than even holding them to a punt. I mean, could be.
This is going to be some kind of play action here.
All of a sudden, there's a path to cover again. It seemed doubtful. Doink.
I will say you don't see Taiki Smith drop a lot of balls. A lot of times, like when you'll see a guy go after one, he misses it. Well, that's why he plays defense. Taiki's got great hands.
He got a lot of interceptions at West Virginia, too.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the biggest guy, but his –
Cash Jones in there. What are we going to do, some kind of funky thing?
yeah. You're right. That was funky as hell.
Hit him with the hezzy. No hesitation move from Cash.
You got to keep up with it, right?
I did not see it coming. Going fast again. There's nobody on the slot. Look at him. He's signaling. He's like, hey.
This guy's faking an injury because he.
Yeah. Do you see Dominic with the little wave? Like, he doesn't want to make a big signal that there's nobody on me in the slot, but hey, Carson.
Kirby's having some words for our ref.
The call we used to have for that, which was good, and anymore it doesn't matter because that's 20 years ago. But if you're uncovered and you think you got something, we just holler out, freeze, and that lets everybody know don't move and snap the ball.
Gotcha.
And the guy's going to take, instead of going down the field, he's going to come kind of widen out 2 steps from his original alignment because you know somebody's going to come running inside out to try to get to you.
Right.
So you get the ball in that kind of situation. And we started it on a punt because, we would run a spread punt, and sometimes they wouldn't cover the wide guy, and we'd just say freeze, and snap it and throw it out to him. Yeah. But then we started using it on the multiple formations. It was good. It wasn't just because we were cold.
So the minute
this is run over left tackle. Their left tackle.
Well, you can't be wrong if you say it that way.
No, I mean, I knew it was a run, though.
It was a run, absolutely.
I think you need to score quick so you can call a timeout and get them. I wonder what the first half line was.
I bet you can get it in the second quarter. You could have got some points.
There's a Bowers touchdown.
First down, not the touchdown, though.
Clock will stop now inside the 2 minutes. It's too bad. That was trying to get him to.
With Dylan pulling across the formation there, it took my eyes away from him completely. Somebody got knocked the hell out.
Touchdown to Asian Edwards.
See that helmet come out?
That's what I was saying.
We were playing Texas in the Cotton Bowl there where OU played Texas, and one of our guys, I'm in the press box, and one of our guys runs with a ball and then knocks his helmet off, and I think it's the ball. And I said, get on the ball. I almost jumped out of the press box. But
what a yank there.
Is that 2 for him tonight?
Yes, sir. His second rushing touchdown.
What does Dale McGee call them? Goal line stalkers? Something like that?
End zone stalkers.
End zone stalkers, yeah.
You got to be right if you're going to call it, Dane.
Well, I was trying to remember. It was an honest question, but I couldn't remember what it was.
There's no chance. You can't be wrong on this show, man.
Definitely.
I wouldn't still be here.
That was a good second quarter, except for the turnover.
Yeah, it should be 28-0. It should be 35-0.
31 anyhow.
Yeah. So, guys, y'all got to practice your little funky handshake there. You can't mess it up and then restart. You're on TV.
You had a good quarter there, Coach, and then things went south for you.
LSU just took the lead on Arkansas, 17-13.
I'm thinking about, I always worry about the negatives, but this is actually a positive thought.
Really?
This is a positive thought. It's going to sound negative at first, but with some of those passes that were missed, those guys are wide-ass open. And people talk about Mike Bowen not being able to scheme a guy open. Those have been they're there. We're seeing Georgia get closer and closer to just absolutely, steamrolling somebody offensively. Just
especially
you're a yard here, a yard there, and it's a completely different ball game. Or a different team, not even a ball game.
If I'm UAB here, I'm just going to run it out.
Yep.
I mean, run the clock out.
I mean, you got Jared Zirkle on the tackle there, Coach. Little kicker doing the work.
We take a halftime break. If this is one of your first times watching us, we take a halftime break, throw up a stat sheet for you. We get refreshed a bit and come back, and we'll be with you for the third quarter.
And if you've reached out to your local
might have some jokes.
All right, let's see what Zenna's going to do here. Hand it off and get out of here.
I would hand it off over left guard.
Well, he handed it off over left guard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in any hurry here.
They just want to get out of there.
Georgia call a timeout.
They did.
Kirby, cold-blooded.
Kirby's grinning like, we're going to screw with him a little bit. Well, especially if you think that your return guy can take one to the house, at least make him punt it once. You never know if they're going to snap it over his head or you get a good return.
Well, that's true, but you also don't know if he's going to fumble it.
Yeah, that did happen once already. So
I'm telling you,
negative.
Is Small London cut or what?
He might work out every now and then. Somebody needs to hand him a sandwich, though. He has those big, fat,
small,
non-defined arms like me.
Small London, my bad. Run over right guard.
Who's got the tight end?
Now Kirby's going to be mad. Hey, you should call a timeout. Now they're going to get a first down. Thought they were going to run a shoelace play.
I was wondering. It's like, there's nothing like getting your shoes taped up so much and then all of a sudden stepping out of one because somebody stepped on the heel and you can't get the damn thing on because it's taped so tight. I remember we had a wide receiver throw his shoe out of bounds and played 2 snaps without a shoe on.
Good Lord, they're on their 33-yard line. This is not making Kirby happy.
Zeno scrambled for 19 yards there. UAB took a timeout. Yeah, they said, hey, Kirby, if you're going to try to get the ball back, I'm going to try to score. You know it's Mike Bobo's damn fault.
Yeah.
I heard Zombie Coffee and Donuts downtown shutting down, and that's because of Bobo, too.
Well, damn, of course it is. Yeah.
I mean, they were open, before it became offense coordinator. So.
Hey, I want to give a shout-out to Stephanie Sussman Wilson, UGA Steph. I know she's watching, and I'm using the little koozie that they designed for every Georgia-Florida game. She's down in Jack's Beach. This one was from the year before ago. It's at Champs versus Chomps.
How many of those zingers you had so far?
I had a few, but hey, it's still cold. Thanks to Stephanie.
2nd and 7 for UAB. Georgia bringing a little pressure.
Oh my God, you can't miss that tackle.
Tyke.
This guy's a good quarterback.
He is a good quarterback. That was my first comment. But this was a team that was just getting their brains kicked in last week. They got better this week. Or Georgia's a lot worse. I don't know.
Who was it beat them last week?
What ULL or somebody? But it wasn't a great team, and they were just.
Do you remember who it was last week, Zane?
I'm double checking now. I know 2 weeks ago they lost to Georgia Southern. Yeah, it was Louisiana. And they beat North Carolina A&T to start the year.
So where's
22 seconds left. Ball on the 21-yard line. Blazers have 1 timeout remaining.
wow?
Back shoulder. He's down to the 1.5. Out of bounds. Clock stops. Impressive drive here.
Somebody called timeout.
Georgia.
Georgia, yeah. And they didn't look like they were ready for that. Want to change personnel? So
Really perfect throw.
that was. Again, the kid knows what he's doing. I mean, Dayne Everett's in his hip pocket. Keeping him to the outside.
Play action pop pass.
That's a good idea. Try that hidden tight end running across the backside again. But this time, everybody will bite on the fake handoff.
UAB does get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
We played the zone there. Good break on the ball. It's good reaction on the trap by Lassiter coming back underneath.
He saw it.
13 seconds remaining.
Probably going to throw the fade over here to this 11. Now they're going to try to hit the back out of the backfield.
They got it. Touchdown. Wow.
Okay. Beautiful throw. Threw it on the nickel. Tyke got beat to the inside.
I did not think the Blazers were going to make a drive there at the end of the quarter.
Neither did Kirby.
Yeah, he called the timeout.
I'll give them a shot in the arm. Going into
Highs and lows of coaching. You know, Dilfer, now he got something to.
Ooh, I thought he shanked that.
Well, he did.
He's
But
not-
he made it. But
It's a good thing it was an extra point.
yeah. That was a quick drive.
Hey, one thing. How many years eligibility does this guy got left? Zeno, was he a freshman when we played him in the?
I think
He wasn't the starter then.
No,
was
no. He came at the end.
He's a redshirt junior right now.
Well, he got another year. I noticed old JT was winning another game today. Did he end up winning?
Wait, I think this is dated. It looks like he's a redshirt senior because he was a redshirt junior last year. Rice lost to USF 42-29.
This is crazy. Zeno is 15 of 21 for 108 yards, 2 touchdowns.
108?
108. Carson Beck is 18 of 26 for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. They're both right at 70% completion rates. So, quite the battle there. But, I mean, 264 yards in the first half is nothing to sneeze at for Carson.
Could have had 400.
I know, I was about to say. And that's with a couple of really frustrating drop passes.
Run like you'll never get it again.
Fumble, UAB ball, and a flag.
They can run a field goal here. 2 fumbles on special teams tonight. Are you going to get a Hail Mary or a field goal? What would be a 50-yard field goal? Or?
I mean, based on the extra point I just saw, I can't imagine they have a field goal kicker that can make this. But
Well, you never know. You got to wrap it up here when you get that kind of situation, son. Sloppy. Ball's on the 42, so he'd be kicking 56 yards.
Can't hurt. Just launch it down there.
unless it got blocked and returned.
I'm talking about just load up and throw it. The kid's got the arm.
Oh, throw it. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying couldn't hurt to try the kick.
No, I've seen, well, hell, I mean, I can go back to that Tennessee game where they should have lost, and it's just.
Yeah.
You put Lorenzo Carter and all your best guys back there, and.
Timeout Georgia to set up the defense for this. What do you coach up on these kinds of do you say throw this underneath and try to make something happen, or does it just depend on?
Oh, you got no chance there. You got to throw it up. You got to throw it in the end zone and just hope for a tip ball. You got two guys that are trailers. One guy's a tipper, and then if it's a backside's open, you throw it to the other side. But usually you got three guys on one side, two guys are trailers, and one's a tipper, and the defense has got a guy in the end zone. You see our guy back there on the eye?
Yep.
On the Georgia, he just showed it.
And now two back here.
Well, at least you get to practice this.
And now timeout UAB.
Mortensen's on his left there. Some great situational stuff here for Georgia. Yeah. Practice this, but also
That's what I was saying. Practice it. Here's your practice. You don't want to be doing this the first time in the playoffs.
Trent Dilfer played 13 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's it's a great career.
Tough guy too. He got knocked around a lot.
Those Bucks teams, man.
Took a beat.
He won the Ravens, won the Super Bowl.
The only year he was with them.
He was only there that 1 year?
He went to Seattle after that.
I did not realize that. I mean, I knew he'd won a Super Bowl.
Well,
they were trying to run the old trail play,
yeah.
But all right, let's make some adjustments here.
we will return after this for the second half of the UGA Sports Watch Along Show with the head coach, Jim Donnan. Thanks to Athens Ford and Better Life Science, Yingling. Who am I missing, Roddy?
GetYourFreeWiFi.com. And if you have not gone to GetYourFreeWiFi.com to check them out, do so. About 70% of the people in the country will qualify for this. It's a great way to get free Wi-Fi. If you have somebody on school assistance, assisted lunches, reduced lunch, like I was, you can do it. If you're on supplemental social security insurance, you can do that. If you're Medicaid, you can do that. Veterans assistance, some of those get it. On tribal lands, you can get it. And if you have anybody in your household, they can. And they will also give you a free phone or a really incredibly priced, a great tablet for just a few dollars. It's one of the best deals out there. But check out GetYourFreeWiFi.com. It's another Josh Millard company. It's part of the government's affordable care package. Affordable connectivity package. They've got a lot of money out there. They're trying to get good Wi-Fi to students and people that need it, people that can't afford it. And it's waiting for you to sign up. So go to GetYourFreeWiFi.com and do it during the halftime here. Or let's say you wouldn't qualify or you don't need it. Check out your school, the school system in your county. They are working. They just got Gwinnett signed up. They're going to get a bunch of other schools signed up. So if your school gives away those tablets or gives away Chromebooks, you can make it so that every kid that has one has great Wi-Fi and they can do their homework. So if you're in the PTA or you're in the school board, reach out to GetYourFreeWiFi.com and find out how to get the entire school system on that plan. And check out we'll have the stats here. You can look them over. Georgia's up by a couple touchdowns, pretty sharp. We'll see what happens in the second half. We'll be back here in a minute.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
We're back. Hey everybody, welcome to the second half of UAB at Georgia. They were getting ready for kickoff. I'm sure the fans enjoyed a good halftime show thanks to the Redcoat Marching Band for doing what they're doing. Start of the third quarter, Georgia up 28-14. I think Jed May said it best as a half in which Georgia felt like they were simultaneously very much in control and doing exactly what they wanted to, and then other times not hitting the plays that they wanted to. So a little you're 28-14, and the complaint was last week that they only scored 3 in the first half. Now they scored 28. I think it's pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, and, the 2 turnovers both happened on special teams, which you don't expect that. But for the most part, offense was clicking, had a couple big plays that could have made it even better. But realistically, defense has got to do a better job playing the ball in the air. I mean, they're throwing these timing routes, which they hadn't hurt us with anything deep. But
there's a chance to get them deep.
Yeah, I'm just saying, though, on the routes, you don't want to overplay and run a double move. But they've had a good plan, and it's just
well, I like
we just got to be realistic on our team. We got some holes, and the people are attacking it.
I'm not sure what Rod Gilmore is saying, but good play-by-play guy. But I'm glad that you're joining us, and hopefully you have them on mute and you're listening to Coach explain it. Going from their own 14, they started to bring it out, then they changed up, and now Georgia's able to make a pin them deep. So, a little fakeroo there, Coach, for a loss.
I think that might have been a missed handout. That was a different look for us, moving linebackers on the edge there, stemming and having our outside guy 32, Chambliss, lined up outside in a 5 technique. So it kind of screwed them up a little bit.
I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
It's a way to come up and tackle there, Jackson.
What a tackle by Dan Jackson.
That's one of the best things he does. Although he did miss the tackle last week on when they scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
But
3rd and 12.
They didn't really let us sub here, so we're going to see what we can get to.
Look at 5 guys sitting on the the first down marker.
We're going to react to the ball here, and just like that. You saw that too. They just said, "Hey, anything past that's a first down." Yep. So that's what you want to do. Come out and assert yourself the first series, and good job, defense.
If I knew more about famous battles, I would call that one like the Battle of whatever, because it's like you had a whole line of guys sitting back there going, they can't get to this spot. Protect this line, man.
Yep.
I love it. Hey, so Georgia should get the ball about their 50-yard line.
One of the battles you've always fought is the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh, that's cold-blooded.
You've done a good job with it, though.
Well, hey, if we shout out to Flight.
We had it. First time this year we really went for a block and almost got it.
Good roll for UAB.
They got lucky on that roll. I mean,
Yeah, you need to be a little closer there, Muse, and fair catch it. She's ready to tell you what everybody said.
Hey, Lauren Sisler. 47 yards, but I think it only went like 30 on the in the air. I think it rolled 17 yards. But still great field position starting from your own 41.
Yeah.
Step on the gas here, Curtis.
Still think we're going to hit one of these days Arian Smith deep.
2 transfers on the right. Arian in the boundary there. He's got that go route, Coach.
He fell forward for about 5 yards there.
7.
Yeah,
well, I guess 6 because he hit.
Kirby had mentioned how he sometimes you got to be ready to step up in the pocket. It feels you worried about it. He stepped up there and then went through it and wound up picking up 4 yards.
Run to the right.
There's a run to the right.
Sets up a 3rd and short.
Get up there and run. Hey, keep your hands off of him there, buddy.
Little getting up there talking to Xavier
Hey, you
Truss.
saw last night, Virginia, at the end of the game, their center gets up and jaws the guy and hits him with it, bumps his head. They get a 15-yard penalty on the 2-point play, and they still made it. And then at the end of the game, the guy's kicking a field goal, and they tried to go run, jump over the guy's back, and use the back as a catapult. Unreal.
3rd and 2 to Edwards.
Great play.
Good call. You know what I mean, Roddy? You can't. Yeah. And so, essentially, the game goes to overtime, and they had, in the last 6 plays, they had 3 15-yard penalties.
That's just
and wonder
stupid.
why you haven't won a game.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
You got to read that too there, Beck. Well, that could have been a pick 6.
Yep. That was beautiful.
You can't wait on him, Oscar.
Thank God Oscar was tackling the guy, but even before he knew he was getting the ball. That was ugly.
Protect.
Hand off to Dejan. There's a hole.
He's so shifty.
Yes. But, hey, shout out to the offensive line for putting a giant alleyway there for him to run through.
I like going fast.
Oh, they're not. There's all those bodies in the right.
God.
Was that? I'm wondering if that was tipped at the line.
I don't think it was.
I think he just hit his feet.
You got to get your feet set, buddy. Yeah. Come on.
Touchdown Notre Dame. Irish trail 10-7.
I thought you were going to say touchdown Jesus.
I should have.
Just settle down with your feet a little more, Beck. It'll help. Comes
Dylan Bell.
Wow.
it's a way to run north and south. I think we could run every down on this team.
Yeah. But
You know they're going to sell the ranch here on the run.
Georgia's run 47 plays. Only 20 of them have been rushes. It's going to be 48 plays.
Nice cutback.
Yep. That's how you do it. Just pound it for the next 2 quarters. Get 3 yards a pop. Oh. So Edwards has 65 yards on 11 carries. I'm no math genius, but that's about 6 yards a carry.
Yep.
5.9. Dylan Bells has 3 carries for 22 yards. So
Almost 8.
Georgia Tech's trying to hang on, leading 23-16 with 4 minutes left in the game, but Wake Forest has the ball and is just outside of the red zone.
Mm-hmm. Could be OT up there in Winston-Salem.
Arkansas LSU tied at 24, fourth quarter.
shout out to the Fighting Pittmans. I love that. Hey, folks, again, I see this. There's a commercial on the TV. Got some kids in it, the truck stop or whatever, the bus stop. Again, I'm reminding you, I mentioned it right before we went to the half. Go to your local school district. Ask them, do you know about the program to get all of our students free Wi-Fi? reach out to getyourfreewifi.com. Josh Millard and those folks. Just call the number and say, hey, how do I get the information about my school system? They will take care of you, get you set up. So you can present it at the next PTA meeting, the next school board meeting. Say, look, we have kids, they go home and they don't have good Wi-Fi, but we expect them to do homework. We expect them to do, research projects. We expect them to look stuff up, and they get to the house and they don't have good Wi-Fi. Well, you can get that fixed through the federal government, but how do you get it? How do you get the tablet? How do you get the phone? How do you get the Wi-Fi put into the Chromebooks that they're giving out? Get Your Free Wi-Fi can take care of that. So go ahead and hit them up. Again, this is a program. This isn't just some faceless corporation that's trying to do this. There's no cost to you if you qualify for it. The person who's trying to do this,
free tablet too, right?
Yeah, I think it's like $10 or something. It's like you get it's also be on tablet, but the free phone, definitely free talk, free text, free data. But Josh Millard, former Georgia player, is the one setting this up. His company's doing this. So again, that's how we got it.
You got like all of Gwinnett County or something,
yeah.
Right?
So I mean, if the largest school district or school system in the state can sign up for it, I'm sure Lumpkin County, White County, Coffee County, everybody else can sign up for it too.
Kind of has some leanings out there in Arizona, like the University of Arizona. Anybody that's in their school that qualifies for a Pell Grant or is on any kind of underprivileged in any way, they're getting it out there. Everybody in the school, so you can. That's a major university. Just any of these schools, you can do it.
Well, any schools with a Pell Grant, you get jump on.
Or if you qualify for, lunch program, anything like that.
All right, we're back. Georgia's first and 10 on the UAB 17.
Cash in, probably a pass.
And let's go to 19.
A pass to Bowers.
Get bad. Would like to see him get it in.
7 completions.
Let 19 run the Wildcat.
Now give it to Cash. I gave it to Cash.
He dropped a shoulder. He's going to be a yard shy.
All right, I was wrong. Don't give it to Cash.
Oh, he had a good game there.
I know, but he should put it in. Running behind Green again. He's killing his man. He and Dylan.
Quarterback keep.
Cash again. There you go.
There you
You
go.
Sometimes the
Come on, ref.
Come on. Wow.
Sneak.
transaction denied.
I could have sworn he was in easily. Man, I tell you. The camera angles don't always comport to what's on the ground. Tate Radler's looking up. Show me the replay. I believe we got him in there. Yeah, sneak it. Go back, run up fast and sneak.
You got to get the snap here.
There's the run. Here's a sneak touchdown.
Over the top.
Yep.
I always hate when I'm short on cash.
I will fire you.
I don't even use cash hardly anymore.
You should, though.
Just whatever you deposit into my account.
All 78 cents.
Yep.
Dylan Fairchild.
But I invest that 78 cents. Some days it turns into 79. Touchdown.
It was over the top. Wow. That's where you get a lot of abuse up there.
I'm for putting, I don't care what happens score-wise, I'd put everybody on the second team in there and not get anybody hurt. I'm just serious, man. The way things are going on, these injuries, who
You
cares?
think Corson's going over to Kirby and be like, hey, you're
I'm
putting in the second
thinking,
team.
hey, you look good enough, who cares?
your best wide receiver is out. Your best offensive lineman is out. The best guy in your secondary is out. Your
Best DN.
best defensive end is out. Maybe your best running back, I don't know. Kendall Milton's supposed to be your best one. But
Well,
Dejan's pretty
your
damn
best
good.
one's out. 30. Robinson's.
Branson.
Branson, well, yeah, he's so 3 of your best are out when it comes to running backs. But again, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying that the whole point, folks. If you don't read UGASports.com, please sign up. It's 27 cents a day. We have a column there on Fridays called the 3-2-1. It's 3 observations, 2 questions, 1 prediction. The first observation I had was, it's not an excuse. It is a reason. For some people, like, well, why is Georgia? Georgia should be able to beat UAB with walk-ons. No, you shouldn't. But this team looks different. When you see how different Georgia looks with Dayne Edwards back, you missed him the first 2 weeks. You see how different Georgia looks without Javon Bullard. You see how different it looks without Michael Williams. Last year, when Jalen Carter missed a few games, other teams had success running the ball. But when he's in there, it's like a completely different defense. So take a clue from – I mean, we teased Tennessee – Alabama and Ohio State talking about missing a wide receiver and how it cost them a game or whatever. At some point, when you don't have, 5 of your top 7 best players on the field, those guys make certain plays. I mean, imagine this offense without Brock Bowers in it. It's completely different. So I don't say have patience. It's not an excuse. It is a reason. And as you get these guys back, we saw that Lawson Lucky, who had the tightrope surgery, at least stressed out. When you get Amarius Mims back, hopefully in 4 to 6 weeks, things can get better. Getting Javon Bullard back would be huge. Getting Ladd McConkey back would be huge. So I'm with you, Coach. Put in the second, third string guys. You got a 21-point lead. I don't care if you have to win by 20. Don't get anybody else hurt.
Long year.
Yeah.
But we do have some weapons, though. I mean, you can see the different ways. Brock's over 100 yards now.
I'm not telling you anything anymore.
No, he's over 100 yards, like eight or 9 catches.
In this game, he surpassed 2,000 yards in his career at Georgia.
Would have liked to seen a touchdown there. That would have helped him.
Yeah. Brock Bowers has 7 catches for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, a long of 41 yards. Edwards is sitting on 11 carries for 65 yards. I mentioned that before. So,
how about this response from Georgia Tech? Intercepted Wake Forest and went down and scored 30-16 minute left.
Wow.
Oh, me.
So the Deacons are going to go down.
Hey, shout out to Buster. It's a good man.
Tackle.
Wow. C.J. Smith. Damn.
Hey, you got a chance to be a special team. Make a play.
So that's that's 2 kickoff returns, neither one past their 15-yard line.
Just like you drew it up.
Wow. Wide open. Damn it, Mike Bobo.
Must have gone for 2 and made it.
I don't have a dog in that fight, but I'd love to see Sam Pittman get a win there.
Yeah.
That'd make me really happy.
Got Aguero in there at star.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not the second team on defense yet.
No.
Aguero.
As a whole, I meant most of the starters are out there.
Sorian.
How about saying Xavier Sori in there? Oh, my goodness. Right behind him.
Dan. Can't get twisted around like that. Penn State 17, Iowa 0, late third quarter.
Yeah, I didn't think Iowa was going to stand much of a chance in that one. Hey, good job, Aguero, running him down. He could have been still going.
Screen into the boundary.
Yeah, you only got 2 over there, and you got 3. Wow.
Incomplete pass. Halftime, North Carolina 28, Pitt 17.
You know that cheer, don't you? Under the arm, pit.
Looks like he threw that one away. That's back-to-back pretty good plays there.
Yep.
Pressure up the middle, collapse in the middle. Somebody else might have predicted that too.
Touchdown LSU.
Oh, man. I feel like I jinxed our boys in Arkansas.
3rd and 10 for the Blazers.
You did. Sack me 11.
Oh, my God.
Holding.
Where's the flag?
I tell you, somebody needs to talk about that guy rushing the passer.
Wow.
11.
Hell yeah. Jalen Walker, unreal.
He and Sori. Look at Sori at the top.
Look at Gabe Harris coming in too. Woof.
We got some athletes.
Just, I'd like to know if the split from when Gabe Harris took off to the time he got to the quarterback, how fast that was. Where's that GPS tracker? I can't believe they didn't call it a holding there, though.
Got a chance.
There goes Muse. Good return.
15 yards. Lance McConkey turned into the cheerleader.
Yeah. I mean, how many yards after the catch does this guy get? He just threw that man away. That guy has parents. That 41-yarder.
No, if we'll see much more of him tonight.
He's wide open if needed.
Roseme.
Make him miss.
Oh, that was great.
There was the deep crossing route. Did you see it?
Actually, I did not.
God.
I will admit that
Get a replay, wasn't it? Dane, did you see it?
It was.
He lined up one side and went across the V route.
I thought that was just a long out route. I didn't realize he was on the other side.
He could have been on that side. I don't know, but it sure looked like he was crossing.
No, you're right. I'm just saying I didn't realize that's where he came from. So
He's going to try to get one to Brock here.
yeah, get Brock and take him out. Well, now I definitely
He's
get it
gonna
to
run
him.
a fade.
Yeah, 1-on-1 over there, looking right at him. Great tackle. That guy knew it was coming.
He saw what you saw.
I'd a whole lot rather than just let him run in the end zone.
Honestly, though, I mean, I know you play off to let him.
See this cross there?
Yep, you're right. There it is, deep cross, 25 to 30 yards, wide ass open, like you predicted it would be.
I hope we don't miss this touchdown. Break it up through there, number 30.
They're gonna bring everybody up to stop it.
Little pitch.
Good job, Ernest Green. You drove that guy back into the hedges.
I think Aaron White's still in those edges down there.
Muse in there for his screen.
It felt like their entire secondary was keyed in on Edwards on that one. They all shifted this wherever he went. You saw 4 guys trailing. Throw it to Brock.
Screen to him.
There you go.
Get it in.
There's nobody there.
Backside screen. That's pretty.
Good call.
That's the easiest one in the whole day. Throw it to Brock.
You think Bobo made that call?
I don't.
Huh.
So what is that for him to? 9 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, Coach, here's a number for you. He has 120 yards. He has 110 yards after the catch.
Still some work to do to cover.
Was it 41?
41.5.
That's what I saw last.
Scored 2 more touchdowns to cover.
Yeah. He's remember those water things go across your yard? That's how those PATs are going. They're just kind of drifting.
I like that. I was getting mad because he's blocking on the rollout.
Yeah. So how far down can you block before you can call for it?
He was going out like he was, protecting the backside of a rollout.
Yeah.
It was a hinge block. So there was these. We got to start telling some jokes here. There were this couple of people at this reunion, high school reunion. One of them was the guy that had lost his wife, and another one was a lady that lost her husband. They started talking about their years together when they were in high school, and so they just kept going. And he finally said to her, "Will you marry me?" She said, "Yes." So the next morning, he's trying to remember whether she said yes or no. So he's been 60th reunion, so he calls her up and said, "Hey, I just wanted to know, did you say yes or no last night?" She said, "Absolutely." I said, "Yes, and I want to appreciate you calling me, too, because I wasn't sure who I said yes to." Neither one of them could remember, but they were going to get a deal there.
Absolutely.
All right.
I thought the punchline was going to be, I said yes, but I don't know the question. But that's a much better
about
punchline.
the same thing.
No, that's a good one. See, that's what takes it from being a good joke to being a great one.
Yeah, I got a couple risque ones coming up here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, damn.
YouTube.
We're going to get demonetized because Coach telling Richard
hey,
Pryor stand-up
We're
over
not going
here.
to make it to 40K.
Yeah.
Nah, hey.
And you thought Red Fox was dirty. Wait till you hear Coach tell his
No,
jokes.
this is not dirty, just routine. But
But
I do feel like that you need to do one more time about Athens Ford, because I just can't tell you what kind of service you get out there. Not only if you're looking for a car, just when you go in there, they got all the Wi-Fi and food, drinks. I mean, just a good morale thing in it.
Well, I've been in some sketchy service facilities, service areas, when you go get your car done. And I get it. They're there to fix cars. They're not there to make it, some of these places, they're not there to make your life easier. But the folks at Athens Ford are. When you go into their service area, they have these huge chairs just like these, the big recliners and such. They're clean. They're comfy. The place is immaculate. You have blazing fast Wi-Fi. We've been able to do our show out there just logging into the regular Wi-Fi, the guest Wi-Fi. We don't need any special codes or anything. They have a big box of snacks over there. So, if it's going to take you a while, you're getting something really complicated done.
You like those big boxes?
I do like the big box of snacks. Man, it's got some of the best stuff in it. At one point, they even had full-size candy bars out there. Who does full-size? I mean, it's like trick-or-treat heaven out there. So, and, of course, they also have coffee, Starbucks coffee thing, and then the free drink. So if you need any work done, no matter what type of vehicle you have, go out to Athens Ford, and they will get you squared away.
Well, so far the second half, Georgia just snuffed them out.
Damn it, Bobo.
0 for 2.
So let me see on the drive.
56-0 in the third quarter this year.
Richard says I came for the game commentary, but I stayed for the Donnan stand-up routine.
Well, I got some really good ones too. So I've been saving these all year. I haven't even used any of my stuff. So you're gonna get some good ones here. I mean, we're staying up and keeping your interest in the. I'm hoping we get to see some of our other players.
That should be sniffed out.
Holding.
No. Hey, they didn't call it on Jalen Walker when he was mugged. They're not going to call it now.
They held Sorey so bad right there. A lot of athletes out there, younger players, not many different in the secondary, but definitely linebackers.
And they were holding David Daniel on that one.
Ooh, I hope somebody didn't get hurt on the sideline like,
That's our boy A.J. Harris over there, who I think has a very, very bright future. But not if he gets. That's with his shoulder.
So he come up.
That's it, Joe Neal. That was a good breakdown.
Look at those guns.
It was his feet that impressed me there.
Well, I couldn't see his feet.
I'm just saying he was under control. Great breakdown. Kept moving forward.
Pick.
Sack. Oh, got it out.
Good tackle.
Future's bright with C.J. Allen out there. Can't believe that's a true freshman.
That's the present, my friend.
Coming in there with some heat this time.
Not the present. You got Pop and Smile Monday.
He's playing now, too.
Well, that's because you're up by.
We didn't have enough players out there.
Kyle Dog says, clean old-fashioned Donnan jokes.
Yeah.
For that.
So there's this guy. You ready? We want a commercial or a joke? What do you want?
Well, actually, I think they're going to stay with it. I don't think they're going to.
I can give you a quick one. There's this guy goes in this drugstore and he asks the guy behind the counter, says, "I'd like to buy some condoms." And the guy said, "Well, how many you want?" And he said, "Well, what do you have?" He said, "Well, they come in packs of 3, 6, or 12." He said, "I'll take 12." And so he leaves and he goes over to the family. He's spending the weekend with one of his college friends, and they're eating dinner. And he asked his girlfriend in front of the parents, "Is it okay if I bless the food?" And he said, "Yes." So he just gave this really good blessing, and the girlfriend got him on the side and said, I can't believe you're that religious. I didn't realize you could preach like that. He said, "Well, I didn't realize your father was a pharmacist." All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's clean.
Apropos to Touchdown Jesus.
What do you think of that one, Dayne?
I like it.
All right.
That's a zinger.
It's not bad.
Notre Dame's up 14-10.
Go Irish. Surely you're going to punt here.
4th and 8. Now he's going for it.
We're going to have to call timeout.
Yeah, you ain't got anybody on.
Hey, this is Keystone Cops here. Look at this. I've never seen this. This looks like Madden.
Somebody has to call a timeout, right?
Yeah,
Who called it?
looks like UAB did.
That was that. Remember that game you used to play with the little things on the board and they going back on the zzz? I mean, we had them.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know
electronic football or whatever?
How do you know what to do? Is this a real timeout?
They still haven't. It looks like Georgia called it.
No, this looks.
Or is it a penalty?
Look at this.
So yeah, because when that guy came on the field, then Georgia you get to stop it because Georgia gets times to sub.
Punt it, Trent. Quarterback's on the sideline.
See Trent's forearms, tree trunks out there.
So
Marvin Jones keeps going up and hitting the up back and not.
So
going
what
past
do you
it.
think? Over or under that our quarterback's changing?
I'll say that yes, Georgia changes quarterbacks at 42-14.
Might have to change holders on this kick. Thought he was going. Ooh, he took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
No, they rolled his knee backwards. Damn. Yeah, see, he's limping.
Do we have a block in the back?
Spot foul.
Yep.
Nyland Green or Marcus Rosemary?
Green.
Green. I think, isn't that his second one this year? Second penalty
Yeah.
on the return? Again, rolling that quarterback out. Everybody shifts with him, goes back the other way. Just like you said before the game started. I'd like to see a little motion for him.
Somebody get over in there. He is, Brock Vandergriff.
Andrew Paul with the carry.
Let him keep one.
Oh, my. Yeah. I want folks to see what it's like to try to tackle him.
We got the going fast. Please make one first down so we can let him do something.
I like they called it the Prince Academy.
Prince
I can
Avenue
tell you,
Christian.
That team's on a roll. I mean, they went down to Pensacola last night and beat the team down there 50 to something. I mean, they played a team in South Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida already. They can't get anybody to play them. They're going to sell it out again here.
Because nobody knows their name. Get
Turn
across
it
the-
up.
Come on, Delp.
God.
Oh.
We're going to punt. Shit.
That was not good.
I mean, you know they've done it every time on 3rd and 1 or 2.
Yeah. They
Bring everybody.
2 linebackers and a safety each time. And you caught them with their pants down, and you still didn't get it.
Run the fake, give them something to worry about. Guy can thunderfoot it, I can tell you that.
He's immediately doing the fair catch signal. He's like, I got no chance here with this ball that far in the air.
South Carolina just kicked a field goal to take a 3-point lead on Mississippi State. That is 30-27. Still about 10 minutes to go.
Look at them gold domers.
Oh, green with envy.
That does not look like the takeover in that stadium. So much for Ohio State taking over South Bend.
Touchdown, Woo Pig Suey.
Was it tied now?
Now it's tied 31 all.
Double pass.
Oh, I thought it was the same thing when he caught it. I'm like, oh, you start looking downfield to see who's got the coverage.
So that'll be 3 plays for Brock, and then next series Gunner will go in.
That was a 17-yard pickup.
You're probably right. I hope you're not, because I'd like to see Vandergriff run more of the offense.
2 handoffs on a short curl route is just not exactly it.
Dan Lanning said they're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins.
I like the other part of that quote was, to me, was really good. The Cinderella story's over.
Dan has a heck of a team at Oregon.
He's a heck of a coach. Doing the best
Next
he's covered.
coach at Alabama. Who knows?
They're
Nick
good.
will keep coaching forever.
Deion Sanders' next coach there.
They got something here. Way to run.
No, wow, sorry.
Look
Jeez.
at Guerrero hit the guy. And Harris. I'm telling you, this guy Harris, next great corner.
Good family, too.
Look at that other. I mean, these guys are
Look
cut.
at Jordan Hall, 44.
Look
Jesus.
at how they're cut, though. I mean, look like, come on, man, give me something to do.
Damn Wolves. This year could be a slog, Coach, but, I mean, you got talent. You're set up for the long haul.
No doubt. Pick.
Wow.
God, what a catch.
That was a phenomenal catch.
They got athletes too.
They do.
know?
Guy can hum, too.
Yeah, Zeno's 23 of 36, but only 169 yards. He's had to run for his life a few times tonight, too. Oh, my goodness. McConkey, no, way back there, way back there. Come on, back it up. Lad's not here for your foolishness. Beer still cold. Thank you, UGA staff.
Chris Calvin with a super sticker. Thank you, Chris.
What do you have?
The super chat.
Oh,
Thank you, Chris.
super sticker.
You can do stickers or chat.
What's a sticker?
It's essentially saying I don't necessarily have a message other than thank y'all. Thank you, Chris. It says I love the show and y'all. I love the show that y'all do, and I love celebrating UGA football.
Good.
That's what it says.
I want to.
So what do we got now? We want to talk about anybody or?
Well, I want to
Yingling?
talk. I want to talk about our buddy Jonathan Griffin. Jonathan just got an issue, and he's got Parkinson's, and he's got some good news. Apparently, he's going into the deep brain simulator program at UAB, and the results of this thing for folks with Parkinson's looks fantastic. So, we want to give Jonathan Griffin, class of 2002, best wishes. He's got a wife and a couple kids. He's got some big plans when he can get some of his mobility back. And
That's great.
Shout out to UAB for having this deep brain simulator program. So we're very fingers crossed. Godspeed. Prayers to you, Jonathan, and hope this works for you and you can come out kicking ass and come to Athens. Come catch a game in person.
You know, Sherwood Taylor, who is the father of the Taylor that's the Cincinnati Bengals coach, had that same thing in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable results.
Really?
Unbelievable. And
awesome.
glad to hear that they're doing it here too. So that makes you feel good. That's good news.
If he makes a trip to Athens, pair of tickets on me. I've got it. So when that can happen, hit us up.
Yeah. Bring one of them girls.
We're all one big family.
Well, there's one family, then there's Dayne.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
And I have a big old family myself now.
How many kids you up to now?
2.
So, how much time we got for the one we need to? I'm just trying to keep everybody on here. So
I'll give you a score update. Early fourth quarter, Missouri 24, Memphis 17.
could go either way. They're playing in St. Louis.
I'm glad I stayed away from that game.
You mean to hold this one, or what?
Yeah, hold that one. I want to. We'll mention a last shout out to our friends at Yuengling Beer, America's oldest brewery. When you get a chance, you saw our ad for them. Try the Flight. It's only 95 calories for 12 ounces. Okay, so full beer, but only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs for the entire thing. So if you were on Atkins, South Beach, whatever kind of diet you're on, or if you just don't want a ton of empty calories, from beer, this way you can have good beer, good alcoholic beer, none of that weird, I say weird, none of the non-alcoholic stuff. Try it. You're going to like it. It tastes phenomenal. I've had a bunch of them, so I can attest. And I don't like crappy beer. I just don't. I'm a beer snob. I have some good beer buddies, and they've taught me what good beer is. So if you get a chance, try the Yuengling Flight, one of the best beer companies in America. I used to bootleg the stuff down here because we couldn't get it in the South, and I'd have my aunt or I'd go up to Pennsylvania and get it myself. So I'm just telling you, when you get a chance, try the Yuengling. You'll be very pleased. If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. It's probably the best damn beer you're ever going to try. So try the Yuengling Flight. First and 10, they're chasing him down. Zeno throws it out of bounds.
If you're in the Athens area and you see the Leon Farmer and Company trucks around, I feel like I see multiple of them every day at this point. That's the people who support us. So just when you see them, good vibes being sent out. Wherever they're at, go buy the product there.
That is a huge Georgia
That's
supporter.
illegal formation there. They lined up 12 in the huddle, and they didn't call it. We're getting our extra guy out there.
Yep. Bringing in Jonathan Jefferson. He's like, where you want me, coach? Slide over. Slide over, Big Jordan Hall.
It's a way to break on the ball.
All right, Janelle Aguero again.
What's the flag?
Illegal substitution.
Well, we figured they had 12. We wanted to get 12.
Coach, it looked to me like I saw Raylan Wilson in there.
He's coming around. Run that South Carolina defense, 12 players. You know a team that's really coming around that hadn't been playing 1A football but a couple years, James Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is Raylan Wilson out there, number 5.
Oh! Tell you, they've hopped on every fumble tonight, that's for sure.
The ball has bounced their way. But then you go back a couple games where the ball bounced Georgia's way and 2 interceptions. So
Jenna says, too many penalties, and gives an emoji that's saying a bad word.
yeah, Jenna knows her stuff. So.
Nice little drive here by the Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
$27 to 32 NFL quarterbacks played for lead 11.
Touchdown Gamecocks now leading 37-27 over Mississippi State.
That Mississippi State defense, man.
Big Jordan Hall back there. Buy your 44 jerseys now, folks. So you got some people deleting tweets where they were complaining about the score.
Our score?
Yeah.
They still may not cover.
Oh, they won't, but I'm just saying.
Nobody expect to cover 41 points, good Lord.
I sure didn't expect that.
Unless you get 2 picks to score.
Watch Gabe Harris here on the edge. He took on that right tackle and just, I love watching that kid play.
From what I can tell, LSU's down at the 1-yard line, just called a timeout and is going to attempt a game-winning field goal.
Just remember, Clemson missed theirs today. So,
what's going on with Ohio State?
Down 14-10.
Correct. 4 minutes left.
They don't have that play that they use.
But Marvin Harrison is healthy. They are not allowed to lose without
He
him.
got banged up in this game. He went in the tent and came back.
Good coverage.
I love the attack there from that Georgia's defensive front on that play, Coach. They look like waves of – I mean, I know it was only 5 guys, but the way they hit in waves, it just –
Really?
That pocket collapsed. I love it.
Good. The old collapsed pocket deal.
That's exactly what it was.
Still got a chance for 2 fourth quarters.
All right. So, turnover on downs. Jed May says it correctly. The group of reserve players keeps the Blazers out of the end zone.
A lot of frosh.
Yeah. But again, this is how you build that confidence. You go in the game against a team that's put up, a couple scores on the first team, and you hold them out, and you run the plays right. You make mistakes like we saw with the 12 men on the field. You make a good play here and there, and then it's that growing process, that maturation of the young guys.
LSU's 21-yard field goal is up and good. Tigers lead 34-31 with 5 seconds left.
I'd say the hay's in the barn.
So it looks like LSU's going
I'm
home with a
just telling you
golden boot.
That West is going to be some division. A&M.
Can they all end up 4-4?
Mississippi State ain't getting 4
I
wins.
know. I'm just saying. I don't expect Alabama to have 4 losses, but I'm just saying it's.
It's more likely Alabama would have 4 losses than Mississippi State have 4 wins.
I don't know. Remember they have some other teams in the SEC. They get 2 out of the East.
Well,
Whoever
they're
thought
losing to 1 right now.
Whoever thought that Duke and Notre Dame would both be undefeated next week?
Got to think game day is going to see the Cameron Crazies.
Is that where they're playing?
They're in North Carolina. I can't imagine game day's ever been to Duke.
They've been there a lot for the basketball.
Yeah.
North Carolina leads Pitt 38-23.
I went to watch Army play Duke when I was about 12 years old at that Wallace Wade Stadium there at Duke, and I went up to buy Coke at halftime, and one of these Army guys, who had his uniform on, and North Carolina's known for barbecue. I mean, what are you talking about? And he goes up there and he said, "I'll have one of those Q-barb sandwiches." I never will forget it. He wanted a Q-barb.
Absolutely.
That girl looked at him like, "You crazy, man?" I mean, really, that's not funny for all y'all, but it was for me. I've never heard of being
A Q-barb.
called a Q-barb.
So, yeah, college game day going to, they say for the first time, going to Duke.
Well, part of that's got a way to throw. That's he can move and throw. That's Reese Davis's son is a baseball player at Duke.
That'll be fun.
So he'll give him a lot of. He's graduated now, but he'll give him a lot of.
Yeah, it's back-to-back Notre Dame games.
Final score 34-31. LSU beats Arkansas.
Let's go, Brock. Who was it? Count that Evans.
Yep.
Play action. Nice play.
Wow.
Oh, Delp. Ooh, I was afraid he's going to land on his neck.
How about that footwork with Brock Vanderiff right there?
I'm sorry, it wasn't Evans. That was C.J. Smith, Coach.
You broke my hip. You made me slip. Ain't gonna bump no more with no big fat woman.
How many people do you think really know that song now?
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Luckily, I know it. I know it.
Oh, stupid. The
Oh,
linemen don't know that right there, and they can't cut the guy, so he gets his hands up. I think that was an ad lib there. That was a freeze play.
Chad Lindbergh in there.
Coming off right guard. Just one time, keep it, Brock. You can keep it and run for days, son.
Monroe Freeling in there at left tackle. So getting a bunch of the new guys in.
Kirby, tell him don't jump again.
Yeah.
So what, he won 21 straight?
It's pretty good, right?
30 regular season game.
Well, what's interesting is Kirby Smart, through his first 100 games, will have the highest win percentage of any coach in the SEC through his first 100
Way to
games.
hit it.
Woo! Now Andrew Paul's getting warm.
78 with
Big old Lindbergh with the pancake.
Job Lindbergh. Got to get 8.
Chad
7
Quake.
more.
Chad Quake.
Kirby's involved with some of those. 2015, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess he came here in 60. There we go.
There it
Mr.
is.
Touchdown.
Look at
He's
him.
dragging people.
Turn those legs.
He's a freaking monster.
Hand it to him. Guy's an athlete.
Watch him drag my defense all over the damn field.
512 yards for Georgia now.
Good catch, Paul.
Yeah, that was a low throw and he good hands. You told us he could catch, Coach.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've watched football before. And, of course, pull him out.
Yeah, we got who you think's going in?
Cash.
Whitehead.
Oh, no. So is that Clark?
Could be Clark. You could keep it around.
Yeah, give it to Savon Clark.
He could keep it here.
Hey, they gave it to him.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I'm so happy right now. That's fantastic.
He waltzed on in there.
He didn't even get dirty. He should fall down just to get some grass on his uniform.
You got one more for the cover, right?
Yep.
56-14 would be 42.
Good drive there from second team.
Yeah, we're going to see our boy
Gunner time.
Whole team's going bonkers for Savon
If
Clark on the sideline.
You got to make this extra point and put it in a position where he could cover. Off to the left a little bit.
I told you it's been drifting. Each one's going a little bit further to the left. They're going to score again. He's going to miss it, and that's going to screw up the cover. Calling my shot now.
Is it 41.5 or 40?
It's 41.5. I thought it was 42.5, but I think on our picks we had 41.5.
I think it depends on when you got it.
What did we put in our story? Because that's the line we're going by. Because that was a Vegas Insider, MGM. Everybody had it.
41.5.
Okay. All right. So. Because that's going to affect our folks, if you're not sure what we're talking about, every Friday at UGASports.com, we predict the Georgia score. We predict what against the spread. Is Georgia going to cover? Is Georgia not going to cover? We also have some prop bets over there. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. It is behind the paywall, but again, it's only 27 cents a day. So sign up for UGASports.com. But
How much is that a month?
$9.95.
Okay. That sounds a lot cheaper, 27 cents a day. I think it's worth it.
I think so too. And we break a lot of news over there. You have access to the dog vent. A lot of news breaks on the dog vent, but it's just that group of that community over there of folks, like UGA staff and all the folks that are watching it. There's a ton of folks on UGAsports.com who watch this show, but they talk football over there. They help each other out. It's a wonderful, fabulous community at UGAsports.com, so check it out. But I want to win our predictions. Right now, Paul's in the lead.
Who's winning tonight?
Paul. Tonight, I don't know. It's been Paul and Patrick. They've been they kicked most of our asses. So,
I mean, like, what'd you pick for the score?
I didn't. I picked Georgia to not cover.
I think they're going to cover now. I mean,
well, of course, if I picked them to not do it, then they will.
They're going to get a pick. I mean, there's a lot of things you could find wrong with this game, but I feel a lot better about them tonight than I did last week. I mean,
All right, so I picked
because
it.
I know who we didn't play with. I mean, your best player had an unbelievable game. Bowers, what did he catch?
9 for 120 yards.
2 TDs. Basically won the Mackey Award tonight. Playing on national TV, ESPN2.
Yeah, but nobody's watching this game. They're all watching the other games.
Well, they were just
I know.
Mr. Neg.
Well, here's my prop bet's probably going to hit. Let me see. Edwards, the prop bet was Georgia would, yes or no, would Georgia have a player with a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown? And Bowers had 2 receiving touchdowns, but they didn't let him run one in. So,
Will they have what?
will there be one player who has both a rushing and a receiving touchdown?
Come on, Savon Clark.
trying to screw me over. Damn it. Hey, y'all take Savon out. He got his touchdown. New guys only. Now you need to get Andrew Paul a touchdown.
Thinking about Auburn's home right now. Probably, unless they took a bus back. I don't know. You think they flew?
Do they have any money left after their coach buyout?
Probably.
That yellow fella money.
Oh, that's right.
I would take this quarterback out, man. Good Lord. They got a new one in there now. Yeah, new guy. No, they don't.
Oh, good run, Jacobs.
51 seconds left in South Bend. Ohio State has the ball, but it's 4th and 7. They're going to have to convert this.
Where are they?
42.
They're going to have an Allied van line over there at Brian Day's house when he gets home.
They're going to lose their damn minds. Well, that was an interesting fake to nobody. Good Lord, C.J. Allen.
That's the phantom fake.
Hey, Colorado State bounced back. They beat Middle Tennessee. 31-23. I just thought that overtime loss last week, I thought could make them lose 2 games. But what was the final score in that Oregon game?
42-6 or something like that.
And the Fighting Landings or something special. But Deion Sanders is going to be dangerous when he gets his.
Deion got USC at home next week. Oprah's coming.
Oh, that'll be wild.
How'd they make a first down there? Was it a penalty?
Wow, what a catch.
Beat Harris.
Buckeyes get the first down.
This guy's a passer.
It's a beautiful throw.
If you're in the stadium right now, they were showing Ryan Day on the Jumbotron there. They're going to let him score, and if there's any chance of covering.
That would definitely ruin the cover.
I mean, not that I want Georgia to not cover, but it does work. I think most of the staff picked them not to cover.
And you did pick them to cover?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
Let's see.
It's amazing. You said I'm talking about covering a 41-point spread.
Dash said they would cover. Jed said they would not. Rob Suggs, our editor, said they would cover. Patrick called a 48-10 score. So there's this.
He didn't get there.
No.
BB. It'd be great if it had a goal line stand here and then a 98-yard drive.
There you go. Paul said Georgia doesn't cover. Man, I can't catch up to Paul.
Yeah. Terrible.
Big Jamal Jarrett out there, 55.
Probably go for 2. I don't know why they keep playing this guy and getting hurt. Got to make that tackle. I think Washington's close to being pretty good.
Makes it 49-21.
You got Washington in your
Yeah.
in your Final Four?
I think Washington or USC, but I got Ohio State not in it. Penn State, I tell you, they're going to wonder where they play Michigan.
I'll look it up for you.
Penn State's got a force, man. They got some players.
Well, while you're looking it up, I want to once again mention our friends at mybls.com, My Better Life Science. You can remember mybls.com and go there, grab one of their test kits. Just go ahead and order one. It'll be shipped to you. That way it's already registered. Do the little arm test or the finger prick test. Send the little lancets back to them. Let them test you for any of your allergies, any sensitivities you may have. There's tons of stuff that they go through. They send you this very detailed report, like weed pollen. Are you're allergic to ragweed, pigweed, mugwort, hemp, lamb quarter, ribwort, Russian thistle, nettle. I didn't know this stuff existed. European house dust mites, yeast, Aspergillus fumigatus, chickpeas, soy, lentils, white peas, or white beans, peas, oats.
So how do you do
barley.
it? What do you got to do, though?
You got to send them a little blood sample, but they send you the little.
I mean, how do you get it, though? What do you do?
That's what. If you listen, you'd understand.
I was listening, but
you
I
were
don't-
not, because
I
you know to
didn't-
go to mybls.com.
Okay, but I mean, is there a number you call, or you just
No,
go
go to website mybls.com. Go to mybls.com.
spell it?
I'm going to hit you.
BLS? Or,
My B as in boy, L as in Larry, S as in Sam.
okay, good.
My Better Life Science.
That's good.
So go to mybls.com, get the test, and you can see it's again, it's they have the one-stop page. It's got everything on it, and then you get into the details, pages and pages and pages of details if you really want to dive into this fun stuff. But it's almost like 300 different items that they check out. Some of it I can't say because I don't know the Latin words there. Others of it is pretty easy. Are you allergic to peas? Are you allergic to peanuts? Are you allergic to almonds? Whatever it's going to be. You find that stuff out. And again, if you have kids, this is a no-brainer. I know the kids don't want to do the finger pricks or the test, but the peace of mind you will have knowing exactly what your kid is allergic or even sensitive to, or you're taking care of somebody, an older person in your family. You need to know about certain medicines. Get the test done at mybls.com. They'll take great care of you.
Buckeyes down to the 1 yard line, 7 seconds left, no timeouts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my goodness. Allied Van Line might not. They're on the 1 yard line?
1 yard line,
And what's the score?
14-10.
Goodness.
They ran up and spiked it right after. The clock stopped.
You got to hand it to Henderson.
This is going to be wild.
You got it on the other score.
I can flip it back there now.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at it.
I got to flip it.
Jet sweep.
Oh, that's okay.
What's that? They're talking about Georgia's come up with a lot of explosive plays.
Ohio State won.
Wow. All right, Gunner's in.
So let's make something happen, Gunner. They scored with 1 second to go.
So FSU and Ohio State are both going to survive games they should have lost. You're killing me. Well, they got Savon Clark split out wide. They are going to give him a receiving touchdown. Oh, no, he tripped
Turf
him.
monster.
Same spot. He could still be running.
What's the score?
All right. 5:34, 5:33. Oh. So they went back to Savon Clark here, but we didn't see the play because they were showing the replay from the previous one. So I'm assuming Savon ran for 16 yards on that one. Go to Zeke Haynes right here. Oh, picked off.
Gunnar Stockton throws a pick.
Yikes.
Chad Lindbergh punches a guy out of bounds.
What was the over on this game?
I mean, it's 70 right now, so.
That's not a very good decision there.
No. Hey, he's going to Zeke Haynes. I mean, I feel bad because that's exactly what I told him to do.
You did?
I did. I said, go to Zeke because I saw him here zipping down. I figured this is your guy. I didn't think he was going to throw to Sheehan, the tight end. Oh, they could. Throw it to Drew Sheehan. Got to get another pick to make up for that pick. Georgia with 3 turnovers in this game.
Yeah. I don't count them.
I'm saying if you win 21 or 28-49 and you've had 3 turnovers, that's
score it all. But this might too, though.
yeah. But also they're stopping your drives.
Never started one because he fumbled on the punt.
You would ask, Coach, Michigan has to play at Penn State.
And they play Ohio State at home?
Penn State at Ohio State.
Good play. Green. Stopped them.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Ohio State and FSU. That's wild.
Notre Dame still has a path to do everything it wanted to.
So here's what's going to happen here. 16-14, so they're going to go for 2, and everybody's going
The line was 2.5, right?
3.5. If you kick an extra point and they block it, they can take it all the way. They're going to kick it. I wouldn't kick it.
So it's going to be 17-14 final score. There's 1 second left.
What a win.
Not that way, Notre Dame.
Was that 4th down there, Roddy? What was it?
No, I figured so. Oh, yeah, that was 4th down for UAB. So Georgia gets the ball back.
Wonder if he'll put Jackson Muschamp in. Give him a chance. Well, the old boys from Allied Van Lines.
And they're like, Okay, not this week, but you still have our number. Call us when you need us. Hey, folks in the chat there, we appreciate all of you joining us. We really do.
Yeah, I mean,
Me so more than these other guys, but
Fair. Coach, taking a team to Auburn. Tell me the challenges of that.
well, they've changed their style now. I used to take a bus over there and stay in LaGrange and then bus in, but now with the airport here in Athens, they can handle the planes. They fly to Montgomery, spend the night, bus over for the game, and then bus back here. So that's something you learned tonight, Roddy.
I did not know that.
I did not.
Even, I feel like early in Kirby's tenure, they'd stay in Columbus.
They did. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
this is a new
Thing now?
Yeah.
I believe Auburn's team also goes to Montgomery and then buses back to do the.
Yeah, but not. How long does it take you to get to LaGrange, Roddy?
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'll be down there this Wednesday closing on a house.
Multiple locations for
Yeah.
the Nabulsis.
Well, it's either that or get divorced, so I figured she can have a house.
So you got one in Florida and Orange Beach.
No, that's my aunt's.
Okay, well, it's still in
But
Nabulsi.
I do take care of it. So, that is a Nabulsi. She is Ahlam Nabulsi. She is 85 years old. She's the nicest lady I've ever met. And I take care of her property there. She lives in Conyers. She's got a farm in Pennsylvania and a apartment, a condo in Orange Beach that we get to use. That they rent out too. Wow, what craziness in this Ohio State game!
When you leave from Athens to LaGrange, do you load up a few deer from the neighborhood and take with you?
Now there's plenty down there. Here's the crazy thing: is that they put this house out in the middle of a field, right? With a bunch, subdivision. They take a farm, they subdivide it, put houses in there. My wife's going by the house to check one day to see if they have, how the construction's going. She sends me back a picture of 3 otters, 3 river otters in the middle of the damn field. I'm like, what the hell? There's no water around there. Like, what are y'all doing out in the middle of the field?
They're going to come up and stack on the run now.
So now Georgia's running it a lot.
So, the craziest, most exciting schedule in college ball leads to a pretty chalky day. Florida State escaped by its chinny chin chin.
Tyler, you got to get north-south after you get to the bowl. I know you're trying to make something happen, but
Look ahead to next week. We know Georgia has Auburn. Florida and Kentucky play at noon before that. That's pretty pivotal for the SEC East.
folks, if y'all are still watching, check out 57, left tackle, Monroe Freeling. He's one to watch. A Luke Bogg got in the game. That makes me happy.
And South Carolina gets Tennessee next week. Remember how that went last year?
Oh, yeah.
Where do they play at? Tennessee, right?
Yep, in Knoxville.
That's going to be wild. I thought the Joe Milton experiment looked pretty good today. Who are they playing, UTSA or?
Yeah. Other than that, pretty sleepy weekend next Saturday. You have USC, Colorado. If that does anything for you. Duke and Notre Dame.
Anthony Evans here, the speedster.
Good Lord. Offsides. Got offsides on them after they call a timeout. That's got to make your coach mad. Make Kirby happy.
I see the ref has his Apple Watch on. He's actually he's got it set for a workout. It's measuring how much he runs around.
David Smith.
Whoever the ref is, yeah. So like I just hit all my targets on mine. Ding, 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 ding. That's all his is doing the same thing. Although I'm not measuring myself right now. That's gonna be one of those miscellaneous ones. There you go, Savon Clark. Was it Tuesday we were talking about him? I don't remember. That's a Georgia has 378 passing yards, 186 rushing yards. That's not too shabby.
Who's UAB play next week?
Oh, he kept that one.
Tulane in New Orleans.
Ooh.
Yep.
Drew Bobo in there at left guard.
Go for it, Drew.
Lou Ba.
Ryan Day called out Lou Holtz in his post game.
What did he say?
I'll play it for you.
There you go.
Like, I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. What he said about our team, I cannot believe. This is a tough team right here. We're proud to be from Ohio, and it's always been Ohio against the world, and it'll continue to be Ohio against the world. But I'll tell you what, I love those kids, and we got a tough team.
Wow.
I don't know what Lou Holtz said.
Lou Holtz said Ryan Day never won any big games. Something like that. Wasn't that what he said, Ronnie?
I had not heard that. I didn't realize Lou was still doing commentary.
Oh, he was at Notre Dame for just being there, I guess. But
I know y'all are really tight. Well, how long did you work with him?
About a week.
All right.
That's the game. Good job.
21-49. I'll give you the some final stats of note as we kind of wrap up here. Carson Beck ends the day 22 of 32 for 337 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. So
Kirby looking up his old coach, Eddie Gordon.
exactly. Brock Vandergrift goes 4 of 5 for 37 yards. He also had an 18-yard run. And Stockton was 2 of 3 for 19. And he had a 9-yard run. Leading rusher was Dejon Edwards, 66 yards. Savon Clark had 32. Andrew Paul had 31. Dylan Bell had 22. Brock Bowers, your leading receiver, 9 catches for 120 yards. Roseby Jack Saint, 3 catches, 94 yards.
That's got to really Chapo Spurrier off. Oh,
Yeah.
Kirby got a better record after 100 games. They're going to get Brock to say something here.
See, now that is a perfect handoff to the next guy. Hey, Coach, they're talking about a fast start. In that first quarter, first half, we kind of we worried about the punt and then the turnover on downs. But let's look at this drive chart. First drive, touchdown. Second drive, punt. Third drive, long drive, but turnover on downs. Fourth drive, touchdown. Fifth drive, touchdown. Sixth drive, touchdown. Seventh drive, touchdown. Eighth drive, touchdown.
What do you got? That was good.
The ninth drive.
You know what? The way you said that, say it again. How many straight touchdowns was it?
5. So six touchdown drives out of 8 possessions.
That's pretty strong.
Yep. Then they had to punt.
I thought you were going to say, I got that boom, boom, pow. I got that boom, boom, pow. Black Eyed Peas, man. So, hey, seriously,
come on.
I'm happy about our team just because these kids have worked so hard. We're not any finished product, but hopefully some of these other guys will get back to make the difference, and some of the holes we have will be filled. But overall, it's just 21 straight victories now, like 30. How many did they say at home now we had in conference games? So, it's just we got
30 straight regular season games.
We just got a high standard, to meet, and right now we don't have quite the horses to fill that need
or the experience.
Yeah, but we got some good young players coming up.
Yeah. So,
but I haven't seen a whole lot of challenging people here in our league, though. But we never know. But I think I just know what our potential is. When I had a chance to see us in the fall scrimmage, and I saw that when everybody was out there. But like you mentioned, that 4 of the top 6 players aren't even out there right now.
We miss that many. It's going to be so. Again, you did what you're supposed to. It's not a 56-0 score like maybe you would have hoped, but still pretty damn impressive. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much it for this game. If you want to talk about all this, and trust me, we want to hear from you, head over to the UGASports channel on YouTube, the one you're watching this on. Just stick around, go get a drink or something, come back, or catch us on. Go over to our Facebook page. We'll be there as well. We have the post-game overreaction show. Paul's going to launch that right now. Jason Butt will probably be on there with him. Probably get Eddie will pop on there, and some of the other folks. A lot of fun people to talk about this game with, and you'll get a lot of insight, a lot of thoughts, a lot of arguments, a lot of jokes. So go grab a drink and join us for the post-game overreaction show, and we'll talk about some of the other games as well. And then join us next Saturday on the same channel that you're watching it on. About 3:20, we will have Georgia at Auburn, and we will have some insight from Coach then, and hopefully some more jokes.
Yeah, I was ready for the fourth quarter, but I just have to save some. But I do feel like that, it's a lot of fun to watch these kids, have a chance to play college football, and you certainly get well scrutinized if you play for Georgia, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Any closing thoughts, Dayne?
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.